learn. All right, happy Saturday. What is today? I don't even know what the day is anymore. Yeah, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're at. My name is Marnie Hernandez, and I hope everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving holiday. Hope you got some great deals on Black Friday. I didn't see any really great deals, so I don't know what everybody got. I know last year I got like a free flight to Cancun on Frontier. I was looking for that, but I didn't see any good deals. But anyway, so today we are learning about Central Europe. Guys, I just got back. I went to London, Paris, and Amsterdam. You know, my daughter 27th birthday, we had an amazing time. She was going to go by herself. I'm like, I'll go. We stayed in a hostel in Amsterdam. That was crazy. We used our Marriott rates. I got $79 rates in Paris and London with our Marriott discount. So take advantage of our perks, guys. All right. Do we have any brand new agents here today doing the first time? Sherry, the price for new agents goes up December 1st, but again, doesn't change anything with us. We are grandfathered in, okay? Anybody, though, that comes in new after November 30th, it is $89.99, and they automatically get the Evo Plus included. Us with Evo Plus, you can join it now at $10.99. If you join it after, right here, it's right here. If you join it after December 1st, it's $15.99. But I just wanted to show you these rates that we get. Again, almost half off. Jockey Club, $199. That's $159. $96 a night. The Venetian, almost half off. Okay, so something to think about. Again, it is a tax write-off. Okay, all right, so happy Saturday, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Welcome all new agents. If this is your first time, what we do is we do these trainings first off to learn about these amazing destinations, these amazing places, these amazing programs that we have, right? To help us sell to our clients. So now we're going to learn about Europe. So now you're going to become a specialist. Again, learn, promote, and sell. Okay. A lot of times also by doing these trainings, you end up getting invited on lunch and learns, dinners, fam trips, familiarization trips. Sometimes you get goodie bags and goodies in the mail. I was just on an Antigua training last week. I won a free trip. We did a Jamaica dinner here in Vegas. 4 of our agents got free trips. So it's always great to get on and learn, okay? If you're new, what we do is we do it as a group. Again, you guys can do these on your own if you'd like. I do these on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then same time, same place. We're doing our calendar for next month. We will be doing Rail Europe on Thursday. So if you want to join us for that. A lot of people will follow along. They'll have like a split screen because we do take a test. Okay. So that's also why it's fun. We do together. Okay. Whenever you register, always put Archer Travel. You are an independent agent. You'll put Archer Travel, and then the consortium is Travel Leaders Network. Okay, so you'll have Travel Leaders Network, Bonnie, on there. Okay, so everybody gets signed up. Just so you know, we have this list of all the trainings we've done, and you know, like I was just looking at Marriott. I try to do them each year. So Marriott's going to be coming up. We did it in February, so we'll be doing it again this coming February. So this is a list of all the trainings. So you have somebody that, you know, is going to Tahiti, and you want to kind of be able to give them more information. Get in here and do the training on Tahiti. You know, right here. Tanzania, to Thailand. Who doesn't love Thailand? That's on my bucket list. Japan. So this is a list. I also record all these. So as you see here, this is my YouTube channel. I have all our trainings on here that we've done. So you can catch up. Okay, we've done Wales, MSC Cruise Line, Greece, Scotland. So get in here, join us, copy. There you go. So there's the links. Okay. The list that I just showed you, I have it here on my certificate workshop group that everybody can join. Okay. It's a fun little group that I have where we share ideas, and it's open to the entire company. You're going to pick Archer. If Archer is not in the drop down, then put other and then type Archer in. I thought Archer was there. If anybody else is signing up, let them know.
It was in the drop down.
It is in the drop down. Okay, thank you. Hi, Linda. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Feeling a little better.
Oh, I'm sorry. Linda and I are supposed to be going to Disney on Wednesday, maybe. I need to get her back there. We got our free tickets. We went a month ago and they got us our free tickets, but they were only good for the 27th, and we were there on the 24th. And we got lucky and met a what are they called? Not a team member, a
Cast member.
Cast member. And she's like, "Are you guys trying to get in?" And we're like, "Yeah, but I'm trying to call Florida." And they're like, she goes, "I'm a cast member. I can get 3 of you in." So we got in for free. And it was a long day. We were there for actually an MSC luncheon also, so we were like, okay, well, now we have to come back because we have our free ticket. And again, Linda hadn't been there, so I got to get her back there. So, but I have my cruise coming up.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Huh?
I was gonna say we'll have to see if she's available so we can meet her again.
Yeah, exactly. So
that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So again, join this group here. As you see under featured, you'll see all my trainings. I post a lot of stuff like here about the Evo Plus, discounts. Again, we share a lot of ideas and suggestions. Okay. So glad you guys could join us. Let me know if everybody's ready. So what we usually do is I'll read. Sometimes there's videos. We wait and make sure everybody passes the test. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your certificate, and you're going to be able to post that and say, "Guys, oh my gosh, you've got to, book this trip with me. Look at all these amazing places and things that you can do." Okay. So that's kind of how we do it. Right. All right. Now let me see if I can get logged in. I was in last night. So let's see. There we go. All right. So you're going to log in. Okay. Learn, retain, promote, directory, and sell. All right. So we're going to go here to learn. Okay. Again, if you're just signing up, don't worry. We will not leave without you. Also want to share with you guys, again, my pronunciation is not the best. So again, if I mispronounce something, just say, "Hey, it's this is how you say it, tomato. I'm okay with that. All right. So yeah, it looks like we have to finish this before we can go to here to here. So hopefully we'll finish all these. Sometimes they're 20 minutes, sometimes they're 5 hours. We don't know till we get into these. Okay. But again, they're fun to do, and I appreciate you guys joining me. So keep your ears open, because again, when we get to the test, I'm going to need your help. Okay. All right. So you're going to click here, Discover Central Europe. Also, if you guys, if you don't have like your split screen, a lot of people follow on their phone and take the test online or vice versa. If you have questions, sometimes I'll be reading. So what I need you to do is put your question to everybody. Okay. And then that way I have a lot of amazing agents, business partners on here to help us answer those questions. Okay. But don't give up. If you're still registering, we're here with you. Okay. All right. And every once in a while, I'm like, "Hey, does anybody else want to read?" Sometimes some of these words could get a little like Crazy. All right, so an overview. Look how beautiful. Fairy tale castles, dramatic landscapes, centuries old history, iconic architecture, rich cuisine. When it comes to the best of Europe, there can be no more dynamic a region than Central Europe. Made up of Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, Slovakia, known as the Visegrad Four, the region is exactly what makes the heart of Europe beat strongly. So here's the Royal Palace, the Malbork Castle, Mazuria Sky, and Sedlo Pod. Okay, whatever that means. Beautiful though, right? Again, it's kind of fun when we do these together also because maybe you guys have lived here or visited here and you can share personal experiences too, okay? All right, so these 4 countries hold their own ground as destinations in their own right, but their unique location and joint historical roots make them perfect add-on destinations to each other for a more impactful cultural experience. On their own, each has its own distinctive architecture, art, religion, folklore, tradition, and nature with impressive UNESCO monuments, world-famous spas, authentically preserved historical towns, and places of natural beauty. With easy connections from the United States or other major European hubs, you're never too far away from discovering your own version of Central Europe. Tap the icon on the right to view a map of the Visegrad 4. Okay, so you click there, shows you everything here. Okay. So again, a lot of people, when you click on some of these things, a lot of people will create binders or folders on their desktop, like if we do weddings and stuff. So you can save these different flyers and brochures for future reference. Okay. All right, geography. We're always learning about history, right? The geography of Central Europe is defined by its natural borders with the Baltic Sea to the north. It separates it from Scandinavia and the Alps in Italy to the south and the Balkan Peninsula. The borders between Western and Eastern Europe are less defined, which has played a major role in the cross-cultural fusions across Central Europe. Central Europe is made up of Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Hungary. Often is considered to include Switzerland, Germany, Austria, and Slovenia. The borders between Western and Eastern Europe are more loosely defined, and so Central Europe has become a cross-section of cultures between Latin, Germanic, and Slavic cultures, all of which have gone in to create the mix that exists today. Even Rick Steves' Europe is changing Eastern Europe across the brand to Central Europe to better reflect a more geographically accurate name for the region. Oh, my baby is crying here. Okay, first test question. Which of these does not border the Czech Republic? Anybody know? Oh, sorry, guys. I'm coming. I'm getting the dog's bed so he can lay over here. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, which of these does not border? So we got Slovenia. Okay, let's try that. That is correct. Thank you, Kenneth. Very good. All right, make sure everybody gets that. All right. So getting there, how do you get to the heart of the continent? Okay, being the heart of the continent, Central Europe is well connected to the rest of the continent, as well as the rest of the world. International train service runs from most points in Europe to Prague, with some offering direct connections. For the most part, there are direct rail connections. And again, we're going to be doing Euro Rail on Thursday. With Germany, Austria, Poland, Slovakia, and Hungary. Similarly, Budapest is an important railway hub for all of Hungary and a large part of Central and Eastern Europe, with connections from Austria, Germany, the Czech Republic, and Slovakia. There is at least one daily train from Croatia, Romania, Slovenia, Serbia, and Switzerland, as well as cars from Poland and seasonal sleepers from Bulgaria and Montenegro. In Poland, the national long-distance rail operator is PKP Intercity. There are direct connections to Warsaw from Berlin, Oberhausen, Kiev, Vienna, Prague, and Budapest. All right, Slovakia, easily accessible by train from Austria, the Czech Republic, Germany, Hungary, and Poland. For air travel, all of Europe's major airlines fly to Czech Republic. Czech Republic has non-stop daily flights on Delta Airlines during the summer season from New York to Prague. Many of Europe's low-cost airlines also fly to the country, like EasyJet, Ryanair, Jet2.com, and SmartWings. Hungary's main international airports, Budapest, Ferenc Liszt International Airport in Budapest, and Airport Debrecen in Debrecen. The vast of the world's long-haul airlines fly into Poland, and the country's national carrier is LOT Polish Airlines. Warsaw Frederick Chopin Airport is Poland's largest and busiest international airport. The airport operates approximately 300 flights per day and the major hub for Central and Eastern Europe. The majority of the travelers to Slovakia will fly into Bratislav's MR Stevanik Airport, which is a major hub for Ryanair and also has service from CSA Czech Airlines, Fly Dubai, Pobeda, Air Cairo, Wizz Air, and other seasonal airlines. Kostas Airport is another hub with flights operating from Austrian Airlines, LOT, Turkish Airlines, and Wizz Air. All right, what is the name of the Polish national carrier?
LOT.
PKP.
It's LOT Polish.
LOT. Very good. That is correct. All right, everybody got that? Bum, bum, bum. All right, getting around. So it's never been easier to get around Central Europe. All the countries located in the region are now part of the Schengen Agreement, which means that travelers can cross borders without issues. Visitors to the EU on a tourist visa are, however, limited to 3-month total stay in all countries in the region. U.S. citizens can currently travel to Europe's Schengen zone without a visa or any prior authorization. However, it is expected that starting from 2024, all U.S. citizens will have to obtain a quick online document known as ETIAS before entering any of EU Schengen member countries. Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, anytime you have foreign travel, you always want to make sure you get the most up-to-date information. To get around Czech Republic, the most popular way to get around is by train, as the Czech Republic has an extensive railway network operated by national rail carrier České dráhy. There are major hubs in Prague, Brno, Pilsen, Pardubice, Czech Budapest, and Ostrava. Highly complex integrated bus network provides service to all parts of the country as well. The best known bus carrier is RegioJet. You can also take a scenic train from Prague to Zurich through Swiss Alps this summer. More information can be found here. Okay, so again, you can click here, takes you out of the program, but provides more details for you. So again, more research and stuff that you can provide to your client. Best way to get around Hungary is its national bus network, which is operated by 28 state-run companies. Connections are frequent and prices are cheap. Hungary is also home to Hungarian National Railway, which has an online schedule and pricing site. The train network fans out from Budapest. IC trains are the fastest, cleanest, and links major cities with Budapest. Poland's national carrier, LOT, has daily domestic connections between Poland's largest cities and Warsaw. For long-distance routes, the national railway carriers are PKP, Intercity, Polregio for regional routes. The schedule of every train and online ticket purchasing can be found on the PKP Rozhled Planner. It is important to note, however, there are no universal train tickets in Poland. Bus travel in Poland is also fast and comfortable with a very well-developed network of private charter bus companies. Each city and town has a central bus station. Train travel is the most popular way to get around Slovakia as it is reliable and affordable. National carrier Železnica Spolnost Slovensko operates the majority of the country's rail traffic with hubs in Bratislava, Zeleny, Zvanska, Brska, Poprad, and Košice. Again, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing those, but all right. So Hungary's main international airport is
The Ferenc International.
this one.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. See, I'm glad we have people that know or pay attention. All right, everybody got that? All right. Practical information to know. Okay, so the Czech Republic, or Czechia, as it is called now, is a landlocked country neighboring Germany, Poland, Slovakia, and Austria. It has a population of roughly 10 million, and the only official language spoken is Czech, which is spoken by 96% of the population. That said, English is understood most everywhere, especially in larger cities. Capital of Czech Republic is Prague, with other major cities being Brno, Ostrava, Plzeň, Olomouc, Kalavivari, and Český Krumlov. Official currency is the Czech crown. All right, Hungary has a population of just under 10 million people. Official language spoken is Hungarian, and the currency is the forint. Capital is Budapest. Poland's borders Germany, Poland borders Germany, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Ukraine, Belarus, Lithuania, and province of Krolaris. Its northern border runs along the Baltic Sea coast for more than 300 miles. Poland has a population of 38.5 million, and the official language is Polish. Capital city is Warsaw, but other major cities include Lodz, Krakow, Wrocław, Poznan, Gdansk, Szczecin, Katowice, and Lublin. Currency is the Polish zloty. Okay, Slovakia, one of the smallest countries in Europe with a population of about 5.5 million. Language spoken is Slovak. Currency is Slovakia is the euro, as it has been a member of the European Monetary Union since 2008. Tap the icon on the right to view more images of these amazing countries. Wow, beautiful, huh? Looks like Christmas. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go swimming. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Next. All right. Of the Central Quartet countries, which is the only one that uses the euro? Slovakia. Is that what Melissa says? Okay, let's try it. Very good. The only one that uses a euro. All right, guys. Everybody got that? Congratulations.
I just got kicked out. So
Oh,
I have to
no.
go back in. I know. Oh no. Right? Oh
All right.
no.
Jump back in.
Yeah, I will.
All right, top events. Okay, so this is kind of fun. Again, when you get your certificate, these are things that you can share now with your clients. With so much history, culture, gastronomy, entertainment, the calendar of events in Central Europe is packed year-round. Timing a visit around one of these iconic events or festivals is a wonderful way to round out a visit. So Czech Republic, they have the Jazz Fest, Brno. International Jazz Festival, established in 2002, strives to make jazz more popular, to create more opportunities for artists to perform, and to bring the highest level of musicianship and artistry closer to local musicians and artists. Prague Spring Festival in Prague, May. For more than 75 years, the Prague Spring International Music Festival is ranked among the top cultural events in the Czech Republic. This presentation of the world's best musicians, symphony orchestras, chamber music ensembles is somewhat of a phenomenon, as it has survived the political upheavals and dramatic cultural changes in the 7 decades of its existence. This is mostly thanks to its audience, who has always appreciated and today still appreciates the true artistic quality on display. Kalavi Dari International Film Festival every year. The festival presents some 200 films from around the world, regularly hosts famous and important filmmakers. The Kalavivari Festival is intended for both film professionals and the general public, offers visitors a carefully designed program, excellent facilities, and a broad range of other services. Colors of Ostrava. Okay, so July, Colors of Ostrava is an international never mind, music festival. A festival organized annually in Ostrava since 2002. In 2012, the festival was moved to the entrancing surroundings of Dolny, Vitokopolsky, an area that used to belong to metallurgical works, mines, and ironworks. The last 16th century offered over 350 program items on 21 open and covered stages, concerts, discussions, theater performances, film workshops, as well as art activities. You have Signal Festival in Prague, October. The Signal Festival of Lights is the largest cultural event in the Czech Republic, whose unique integration of art, city space, modern technology has drawn over 2 million attendees to Prague in the 5 years of its existence. The festival brings visually attractive works together with complex installations of international quality. Poland, you're going to have these events. Mysteria Pashalia. A trademark of this is April 4th through the 16th, a trademark of Krakow as a city of early music, one of Europe's most important events focusing on Renaissance and Baroque music. You have the Orange Festival, Warsaw, June 2nd through the 3rd, most important cultural event of Warsaw. Draws an eclectic group of artists each year, from Lana Del Rey to Die Antwoord and Skrillex. Okay, Festival of Jewish Culture, Krakow. The June 28th to July 2nd, Krakow. Every year, the festival features almost 300 events, 30,000 participants from all over the world who take part in workshops, lectures, discussions, guided tours, various musical events. From a small local event and festival has grown to one of the most important cultural events in the city and the country. Jagiellonian Fair, Lublin. That's in August. Established in the 15th century, the fair promotes the rich traditional cultures of East and Central Europe. Participants become charmed by folklore as they enjoy singing, dancing, and traditional music. This event gathers artists who work in local communities, research traditional culture, maintain local traditions. Over 300 artisans and craftsmen take part in the fair every year. You have the Christmas fair, Gdańsk, November through December. Merry crowds can enjoy one of the most beautiful Christmas markets in Europe as the enchanting streets of Gdańsk become illuminated by twinkling lights and filled with aromas of spiced wines and hot traditional food. Hungary, Danube Carnival, Budapest. Contemporary dancers, international artists, traditional Hungarian folk dancers meet every June in Budapest to celebrate the joy of dance. In addition to the many dance performances, the carnival's program includes a carnival parade between Danube Promenade and Vörösmarty tér, an international dance competition, and a spectacular gala event. Sziget Festival, Budapest. One of the largest music festivals in the world, certainly the best party-filled week of the year in Hungary. Around 400,000 people come every August to the Sziget for a week of music and entertainment. Organizers teamed up to present the hottest concerts of the day, featuring well-known international artists, the cream of Hungarian bands, and rising stars. You have Oktoberfest, Budapest. Promises to be the city's biggest celebration of the favorite malty beverage. The festival brings about 100 domestic and international beer types to beer lovers. Well-known breweries, along with lesser-known microbreweries, will showcase their products in City Park. Budapest Christmas Market, Budapest, November 13th through January 6th. As you see, this is an older training. Each year, from the end of November to the end of December, Vörösmarty Square is transformed into the annual Budapest Christmas Market. Visitors can browse over 100 stands offering unique Christmas-themed arts and crafts. Gourmet Festival, Budapest, heavenly food, renowned exhibitors, fascinating presentations. The Gourmet Festival has it all. It's the most colorful, comprehensive gastronomic festival in Hungary. The best restaurant, wineries, distilleries, breweries, bakeries, pastry shops, and bars from the capital and the countryside line up, just waiting to share their finest delicacies with the public. With more than 100 exhibitors, the Gourmet Festival offers complete overview of the gastronomic culture of Hungary, of which they can be justly proud. All right, Budapest Wine Festival, the 4-day long event held in September, attracts more than 40,000 visitors each year. Most beautiful wine festival in Europe attracts tourists from all over the world to the palace located in the castle district of Buda, which is both a World Heritage Site and the most impressive complex of buildings in Hungarian capital. The unique event gives a complete overview of the Hungarian wine palette, also featured many foreign specialties alongside local varieties that make up the thousands of wines available from exhibitors. Slovakia, Viva Musica, Bratislava. Okay, Viva Musica. In an integral part of the summer in Bratislava, and its main idea can be characterized by the words classical music in a different way. Classical music is barrier-free, has the ability to cultivate society and make people better. Therefore, its presentation and popularization are one of the main goals of the festival. Days of Masters of the Center of Folk Art Production, Bratislava. At the Festival of Tradition Crafts, visitors can look forward to folk art producers and masters from all over Slovakia and a variety of crafts such as blacksmithing, tinkering, wood carving, wood splitting, pottery, embroidery, leatherwork, basketry, lace bobbin making, loom weaving, Easter egg decorating, glass painting, and the production of musical instruments. And then the Pohada Festival, Transin Airport. Pohada is an art festival where alternative, indie, electronica, world music, and punk meet the classics, along with the literature, dance, visual arts, film, and theater. Whew, lots of events, right? All right, so you've reached the end of this chapter. Yay! Tap complete to return to the next chapters, and we will continue. All right, now we're going to learn about Czech Republic. All right, so you learn anything there, guys?
Wherever I go, I can see the castle guarding the city of mysteries. The pulse has me walking to its beat. In time with astronomers, I can't help but be caught up in the rhythm. From the Laterna Magica to a Cubist cafe and a dance with Fred and Ginger. This vibrant atmosphere inspires me. As I discover a unique heritage and make new friends.
All right, you're right. Sorry, participation. Okay. I multitask. Okay, next. So welcome to Czech Republic. The story of the Czech Republic begins more than 500 years ago with many new chapters and characters being created along the way. So you have what is today known as the Czech Republic or Czechia, spent 400 years under the rule of the Habsburg family as part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. 20th century saw both periods of the independence and foreign occupation, and in January 1993, the Czech Republic peacefully split with Slovakia to form two independent countries with a lot of shared history. Czech Republic is filled with juxtapositions that perfectly showcase the charm of Central Europe. Fairy tale castles mixed with historical architecture is a backdrop to modern day life. Doesn't that look like heaven, right? Beautiful. Prague is the magical capital of this landlocked country, bordered by Germany, Austria, Slovakia, and Poland. Czechia is divided into 3 distinct regions, each with its own storied past and interesting attractions and traditions like beer production, glass and crystal making, and a world-renowned spa towns. Czech Republic or Czechia, which is the correct name? Well, the answer is both. Czech Republic and Czechia are synonyms and are both official names. However, Czech Republic is used in more formal communication. Sample in the names of the representative offices, official correspondence, etc. The shorter version is less formal. Simply put, Czechia is used to represent our domestic achievements, history, or personalities. So no matter which name you choose, the meaning is the same. It is a modern destination woven with threads of deep tradition, history, culture, and storybook charm. Let's begin the tale of Czechia. So getting here and getting around. Again, look how beautiful. Czech Republic is a landlocked country with Germany stretching along the western border from north to south, Austria along the south, Slovakia to the east, Poland neighboring the northwest. So to get there by air, you're going to, getting to Czech Republic is easy now with new seasonal service from JFK to Prague Airport, operated by Delta. The Boeing 767-300 aircraft offers economy plus, business class seat categories. By ground, Prague's public transportation is one of the best in the world with a network of metro lines, trams, and buses crisscrossing the city. A single ticket works across all forms of transportation, bought in increments of time, 30 minutes, 90 minutes, 24 hours, 72 hours, or 30 days. Cross-country travel is also simple and reliable via public and private trains and bus companies. That said, one of the most beautiful ways to get around Prague is by foot. A pair of comfortable shoes for navigating cobblestone streets or boots in the winter is a beautiful way to take in the surroundings in between destinations. All right, a visitor pass. Okay, you know, we have those city passes here in the US. They have these over in Europe also. It's called the Prague Visitor Pass, offered unlimited travel on public transportation, including the journey from airport and back. Serves as a one-time entrance ticket to over 60 experiences in the city. Take advantage of free admission, advantage discounts, visit unique historic monuments, museums, galleries. Take advantage of guided tours of the city. Go to the Vltava River Cruise. The Prague Visitor Pass is available in 3 variations, 48, 72, or 120 hours. Pass is available at all points of sale, on the web, or in the app. Tap the right icon for more information. So again, if you want to go ahead and sell these things. All right, Nicole, so if it doesn't let you go to where we're at, it's because you maybe didn't answer the questions on the first chapter. So make sure you go through the first chapter and answer everything, and then it'll let you move on to the second portion. The answers are above also if you need them. All right, so here, visitor pass, you can purchase the card. Again, these are similar to what we have that we can sell for city passes, and they're pretty cool because, again, you know, they get into museums, they get into, you know, like the Empire State Building here, you know, we're going to New York for our free cruise, and I looked at doing that. So museums and the river cruises and stuff like that. So a lot of things are included. All right, direct service from JFK. Do you have a question? Jody?
I'm sorry, did I touch something?
Oh, you're just not, yeah, you were talking, I put you on mute, sorry. Just
I'm
want to
sorry.
that's okay. All right, JFK to PRG is now available on what carrier? Yet it is Delta, that's correct. And guys, make sure you sign up for our Delta vacations, amazing deals they have. All right, the Czech capital of Prague is a beautiful tableau. I'm sorry, again, you can tell when I mess up because I repeat it. So you really can tell I mess up. Of old world charm and proud military history, fairy tale architecture and modern urban life, combination that beckons visitors to discover more. City highlights. Most of Prague's postcard highlights stretch along a line from the hills of the Malastrana neighborhood across the Vitavava River through the cobblestone streets of Old Town. The Prague Castle, just above the Malastrana neighborhood, is not actually a single site, but a massive complex of buildings. Some of the highlights include the stained glass and Gothic architecture of St. Vitus Cathedral, tiny houses of the Golden Lane, and the skyline views from the palace gardens. Countless towers and church steeples make it clear how Prague got the nickname City of 100 Spires. All right, below the Prague Castle, statues of saints line the Charles Bridge with tower views from either side that are worth climbing the stairs for. The Charles Bridge connects the Malastrana neighborhood on one side of the Letava River with the historic Old Town on the other. This is where you'll find Old Town Square, famous for its pastel buildings, Christmas markets, astronomical clock, camera lenses aimed at capturing everything around them. Prague's Old Town also holds stories of religious history in the synagogues and cemetery of the Jewish quarter. Prague's New Town neighborhood wraps around Old Town with a number of national theaters and concert halls. All right, let's watch a short video.
I ain't seen nothing like this before in my life. I ain't seen nothing like this before in my life. Hold me close, I need you so, I want you in my dreams.
Beautiful. All right, so lesser known spots. In the decades since the Czech Republic regained independence and opened its borders, travelers have been drawn to the beauty of the historical city center. Meanwhile, Prague's surrounding neighborhoods were developing personalities of their own. So you have the Zagrad complex with Gothic church, ornate cemetery. Its own skyline views mirrors the Prague Castle across the river, but with more peaceful atmosphere. The Letna and Vinohrady neighborhoods attract visitors looking for parks with views for miles and international dining options. Prague's lesser known areas are the results of both innovation and renovation in recent years. The Naplakva boardwalks along the Vitla River have become more popular for waterfront parties, farmers markets, and food festivals. Formerly industrial, Holosvadas has transitioned into Prague's art districts with a number of gallery and design spaces. Zykov is famous for its giant TV tower, which claims the title of Prague's tallest structure and nightlife scene, while Karlin has a more sophisticated landscape of wine bars and craft beer pubs. Did you know most of the scenes from James Bond movie Casino Royale were filmed in Prague? Prague has something for everyone, from history buffs to classical music lovers and photographers. Stunning architecture as a backdrop for every walk through the streets. The icon on the right is the visitor guide, and then the city of Prague. So again, if you want to save these for future reference, again, lots of information here for you. Again, you can save some of these information, post them with your certificate or the pictures. And then there and more information. Okay. All right, check all the sites and attractions below that the visitors will enjoy in Prague. Prague. What is it? The castle, the bridge. They talk about the clock.
All but the bridge of size.
Okay, so all but the bridge of size. Everybody agree? Okay, very good. Let's check it. That is correct. Very good. All right. Congratulations. Again, if you're following along, the answers are in the chat. All right, regions, quick train, bus ride, road trip outside of Prague will show travelers a whole new side of Czech Republic, including the birthplace of Pilsner beer, a wine region of stately homes, and the spiritual capital of the country. Czech Republic is divided into 3 primary regions: Bohemia in the west, Moravia in the east, Silver Czech Silesia along the northeast border with Poland. These 3 geographic areas break down even further into 14 official regions called kraj, with distinctive personalities across the country. Bohemia, a term used to describe everything from flowing skirts to free spirits, actually comes from the western half of Czech Republic. Central Bohemia, filled with easy day trips outside of Prague. The circular region surrounding the capital includes the town of Kutná Hora, known for its medieval cathedrals and silver mines, as well as Sedlec Asarari, also known as Bone Church, as well as the fairy tale appeal of the Karlston Castle or Knapstes Chateau. North Bohemia, made for outdoorsy adventures. Okay, so hit your adventures. Rock formations, hiking trails, winding through the forests of Bohemian, Switzerland, and Bohemian Paradise. West Bohemia, all about the beverages. City of Tlezin claims the original Pilsner Urquell brewery. Among its architectural charms, the spa triangle of Kalavi Vari, Moransky Lazny, and Fratiskavi Lazny offers a more relaxing vibe of thermal waters, spa hotels, and the herbal Czech liqueur called Vašeravka. South Bohemia, best known for its historical architecture, including the picturesque Český Krumlov Chateau, as well as the less touristy and incredible photogenic villages of Halasavis and Tabor. Moravia, the eastern side of the Czech Republic, is surrounded by the Austrian and Slovakian borders, also filled with culture and architectural charm. Region is brimming with elegance of royal residence, from the UNESCO protected gardens of Kramers to the royal chateau in the neighboring towns of Lednice and Valtis. East Moravia has a strong spiritual connection as seen in the Archbishop's Palace, the Archdiocese Museum, and the Holy Trinity Column of Olomouc. The city of Brno is South Moravia claims the title of the second largest Czech city. Visitors to Brno spend their days seeing hilltop and underground monuments and their nights in vibrant cocktail bars and restaurants. South Moravia is also known as the Czech wine region, and vineyards and wine festivals drawing visitors to the towns of Mikulov and Znojmo, as well as 100 best Czech wines kept in the cellar of the Valtis Chateau. Czech Silesia, okay, the region along the northeast border of Poland, best known to tourists for the city of Ostrava. Former industrial town hosts the Colors of Ostrava Music Festival each summer at the repurposed grounds of the Vitkauskas Ironworks. Get an overview of architectural styles from industrial bolt tower of Town Hall Tower in the city center. Icon on the right is a brochure of all the regions. Okay. So again, guys, music buffs, hikers, stuff like that, get them here and share these amazing places. And again, book out far so they can make payments. Okay. Suggested itineraries. Okay. So great ideas now to help sell to your clients. So many options for trips across Czech Republic. Planning the perfect itinerary may seem overwhelming, but we've got you covered with suggestions to fit a variety of interests and schedules. Transportation connections and a singular focus can help separate easy-to-do day trips from the better as an overnight option. So for day trips, natural beauty, okay? Forests of Bohemian Switzerland or Bohemian Paradise work best as a road trip, train trip, or with a guided hiking tour. For World War II history, try an emotional trip to the town of Terezin to learn about the Jewish ghetto and concentration camp. For architectural beauty, head west to the Karlston Castle or east to the cathedrals and Bone Church of Kutná Hora. For a look at local life, try the North Bohemian city of Liberec or head east to Pardubas, home of Czech gingerbread. How about an overnight option? Okay, these Czech cities work best with at least one night accommodation to avoid spending the majority of the day getting there and back. So for architectural beauty, head east to Olomouc for peaceful pastel streets, Baroque fountains, and overnight in Český Krumlov means sightseeing in the morning before the tour groups arrive, and then a peaceful evening. For beer lovers, hop on a bus to Czech Budějovice in South Bohemia to taste the original Budweiser, or head west to Plzeň for the birthplace of Pilsner Urquell. For relaxation, try a quiet stay in any of the West Bohemian spa towns of Karlovy Vary, Mariánska Lázně, or Františkovy Lázně. For multi-day itineraries, so again, share some of these ideas, guys, you know, with pictures and stuff. Head to South Bohemia, pairing a home base in Mokolov with visits to Lemnis and Valtis Chateau and the town of Znojmo. For Moravian city tour, compare the personalities of industrial Ostrava in Silesia, the peaceful beauty of Olomouc in East Morava, and the vibrant life of Brno before returning to Prague. Tap the icon to learn more about trips from Prague. Again, share some ideas here. Okay, lots of great information here. Okay. Again, you'll get your certificate. Those are things that you can share. All right, history. The bricks and buildings of the Czech Republic hold a deep, rich history, as well as a number of cultural identity transitions that will entice every type of visitor. Here's a brief timeline of storied past. So 800s, 1306, dynasty. Like any good fairy tale, we start with the royal family. The Přemysl dynasty ruled over a period of strength and establishment of the Czech lands. Medieval era created some of Prague's most iconic monuments, including the Prague Castle and the Vešad complex. 1300s to 1500s, Charles IV and religious conflicts. Most famous name in Czech royalty is the beloved King Charles IV, known as Karlov in Czech, who served as the King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor in the mid to late 1300s, amid a number of religious conflicts. His name pops up all around Prague, including Charles Bridge, Charles University, Charles Square, as well as the town of Karlovy Vary. 1500s, 1700s, so here comes the Habsburgs. This area, known as the Czech Republic today, spent centuries as part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire under the rule of the Habsburg dynasty. 1700s to 1918, Czech national revival. A sense of Slavic nationalism began brewing in the 18th century, resulting in a movement to maintain the Czech language and culture against increasing German influence. 1918 to 1939, the First Republic of Czechoslovakia. October 28, 1918, still an important Czech holiday marking the foundation of the country, even through Czechoslovakia technically no longer exists. This was a glamorous era of freedom and cafe culture up until the World War II. 1939 to 1989. After a brief glimpse of independence between World War I and World War II, the Czech people then spent decades under foreign rule. First, Nazi soldiers occupied the area from 1939 to 1945, and then Russian liberation efforts during World War II turned into an ongoing occupation of Czechoslovakia during the communist era of 1945 to 1989. And then 1989 to present, Czechoslovakia regained independence in 1989, the Velvet Revolution, and then split with Slovakia, the Velvet Divorce, to become independent Czech Republic in 1993. The Czech Republic officially joined the European Union in 2004. Whew. Excuse me. All right, next. The First Republic of Czechoslovakia began in what year?
1918.
That is correct. All right. Very good. Icons of art and culture. Again, look how beautiful that is. Wow. So where can you see the influence of these historical events? Here's some icons and landmarks illustrating Czech history and culture. Remembrance and reflection sets the tone in North Bohemia as at the Terezin Fortress, a reminder of the atrocities of the Second World War. The main fortress of Terezin served as a Jewish ghetto under Nazi occupation, but it was also a jail for
Girls strip.
politicians. What?
I'm sorry.
Girls trip, I think she meant. We're going to say girls strip. All right. Main fortress of Terezin served as Jewish ghetto under Nazi occupation, but it was also a jail for politicians, scientists, and artists of pre-war era. Today, it is a memorial to commemorate victims of racial and political persecution. Prague's national monument to the heroes of the Heydrich Terror tells a story of bravery and Czech resistance by a small group of soldiers during World War II. Their assassination of Nazi General Reinhard Heydrich in 1942 led to a standoff in a local church that still holds bullet holes in the walls. Pleasant's monument to World War II battles has a unique focus on U.S. liberation efforts of the South Bohemian region in the Patton Memorial Museum. The Museum of Romani Culture in Brno also highlights the traditionally marginalized community of Roma people in the Czech Republic. You have the arts. You can also find the artistic influence of Czech culture across the country. Prague's glamorous national theaters and concert halls have played host to Czech composers of Antonin Dvorak and Bedřich Smetana, as well as international names like Mozart. Fans of the visual arts should head to Kutna Hara's Contemporary Art Gallery of artists from the 20th and 21st centuries of the Alamak Museum of Art. Photography fans might enjoy Shesky Krumlov's, oh my gosh, Fotoatelier Seidel with a photo studio from the 19th century. The Czech Republic's most notorious modern artist is sculptor David Cerny, with works all across the city, including the babies crawling the walls of the Sagov TV tower, an upside-down horse sculpture inside Palais Lacerna in Wenceslas Square, and an unusual feast on top of a bus stop in Liberec. Whew. All right, nature and activities. What are we going to do there? So Czech culture includes a deep appreciation for being outdoors, surrounded by nature, translates to all kinds of activities for travelers, including beginners in any sport, to see the country's natural beauty alongside its famous architecture. So the Czech Republic is home to 4 national parks, including the magnificent Bohemian Switzerland in the north. 97% of the park is blanketed by forests and decorated with massive towers, gates, walls, gorges, clusters and mazes made of rock. Panoramic viewpoints at Mary's Rock, Sosten, Belvedere provide the perfect reason to pause and just take it all in. Isn't that beautiful? Have your coffee up there, just relax, right? All right, Bohemian Switzerland. Another protected area is North Bohemian, called Bohemian Paradise. Lives up to its name by combining natural beauty with an array of castles and chateaux. In fact, the Czech Republic has one of the highest densities of castles and chateaux per square mile in the world. Sandstone rock formation and mazes of Bohemian Paradise offer countless paths to wander between the rocks, squeeze through narrow crevices between rocks, or climb from inside the spectacular views. Hiking, biking, golf, again, get your adventurers out here, right? Hiking is one of the most essentially Czech hobbies that visitors can easily take part in. Pick your commitment level from easy strolls through urban parks to more remote countryside adventures along color-coded hiking trails. Head to Prague's Petrin Park, say that 3 times fast. Petrin Park, for a peaceful hillside walk that leads to Prague's miniature version of the Eiffel Tower. Krohonis Park, outside of Prague's city limits, is one of the largest naturally landscaped parks in all of Europe. If visitors have a little more time in their itinerary, send them to Samava, area of the South Bohemia, which includes a stunning mountain path along the river Vidra. Adventurous travelers may also love a trip below ground to see the hanging rock formations and underground river in the Pongva caves, only accessible on foot. You have a wide network of cycling trails, also caters to a culture of outdoor enthusiasts, hardcore cyclists, easy riders will find a mix of long distance trails and themed rides to choose from. Set out by bike from Vienna to Brno, trace the Ahr River from the German border, or follow the banks of the Elbe right to its source. The Witches cycling path takes travelers on a spooky tour past the sites of past Inquisition trials. Tap the icon on the right to open for an outdoor adventures map. Okay, so again, if you want to focus on adventures, guys, maybe share that map with your certificate. How about golfers? Czech Republic is a relatively small country, and yet you will find over 100 golf resorts here, half of which are 18-hole courses. Some are considered to be first-class European golf courses. The picturesque Czech countryside provides unforgettable scenery with majestic castles, chateau rising from above the course, Karlston, Konespis, Holopakan. Others are surrounded by mountains and lined with lakes. In addition, many of the resorts also offer luxurious relaxation in their high-quality wellness centers or a traditional spa, Kalavi, Vari, Maranises, and all those. Again, tap the icon up here for the golf guide. Okay, so you want to focus on golfers. Here's your chance. Oops, again, you need to click on it because it won't. Right. Okay. I will, but it's not showing me now. Okay, cuisine, beer, and beverages for your foodies, right? All right, so for centuries, Czech cooking was influenced by its Central European neighbors, and in turn, Czech cuisine also had influence on Austrian and Bavarian cooking. Ask most Czechs about their favorite meal with Czechova non-smanta is most likely to come out on top. Thinly sliced beef tenderloin comes topped with a creamy root vegetable sauce and a side of bread dumplings for a comforting combination of flavors. Fans of Central European cuisine will enjoy comparing the Czech take on goulash, often a milder than Hungarian version. Breaded pork schnitzel, known as fizek in Czech, also popular in Germany and Austria. You have chibiki Czech for open face sandwiches, perfect for a snack or light lunch. Also find these delicious finger foods at parties and weddings. Sisters Bistro in Old Town Prague offers a number of vegetarian options. Travelers with a sweet tooth will love the wide array of Czech pastries in any bakery. Doughy delights are often filled with combinations of berries, cream cheese, poppy seed for a grab-and-go breakfast treat called kolak. Some of the most specific flavors in Czech cuisine may even be worth traveling for. Prague ham is officially recognized as a regional specialty. Moravian city of Olomouc is famous for deliciously fragrant Olomouc cheese, best washed down with a glass of Pilsner. Vegetables may not get top billing in Czech cuisine, but the South Moravian town of Znoma is famous for its slightly spicy Znoma pickles. One important phrase for travelers to practice is dobrošu, which you can approximately by saying dobrohu quickly, is the Czech version of bon appetit or enjoy your meal. Travelers will hear this friendly wish from wait staff and fellow diners before diving into the meal. Okay, beer and beverages. Beer remains the most famous and popular drink in Czech Republic, but there are a variety of Czech beverages for travelers of all ages to enjoy. So beer travelers will want to add 2 day trips to their itineraries. First is the town of Plzeň or Pilsen in West Bohemia, known as the birthplace of Pilsner beer in the 1800s. Today, visitors can tour the Pilsner Urquell brewery and taste the freshest unpasteurized liquid straight from the underground barrels. Picturesque town of Czech Budyšec is also known for its famous name in brewing, Budweiser or Budvar in Czech. The only connection between Czech and American versions of Budweiser is the name, which includes ongoing legal battles around the rights to the name itself. Budvar has been serving their fully bodied Pilsner in South Bohemia since 1895. Czech reputation for beer is well established, but Czech wine is also beginning to win the acclaim it deserves. The wine region centers around South Bohemia, near the Austrian border. The wine salon of the Czech Republic offers visitors the chance to taste and purchase the 100 top-rated Czech wines of each year. Bonus, it's located inside the gorgeous Valtís Chateau. One unique Czech varietal to try is Palava, a slightly sweet white wine named for the rolling hills of the region. In recent decades, the Czech Republic has seen resurgence of cafe culture, originally popular during the First Republic era. Czech baristas take their craft seriously in specialty coffee shops all across Prague, as well as cities like Brno and Liberec. Another non-alcoholic treat to try during the summer months is Domací limonady, or homemade lemonade. And then you could take a beverage tour. Slavoslac Museum, located in the center of Prague, is the original Czech distillery Rudolf Jelinek. An interactive exhibition and tour includes tasting of the world-famous fruit spirits. Pilsner Urquell, the original beer experience. Tour showcases Pilsner Urquell brews its famous liquid gold. The story of the company's history, most importantly, includes beer tasting. All right, Pilsner Urquell Brewery has been serving Pilsner beer since 1800s. That is correct. Very good. All right, and visitor essentials. Okay, here's a primer on visitor essentials that you'll want to pass on to your clients to provide a worry-free trip planning. So the language there, 96% of the population speaks Czech. Moderate levels of conversational English in most major cities, especially in the city centers. So here are a few phrases your clients should learn before they arrive. All right, so Dobrý den, good day. Okay, pronounce ahoy, hi. Okay, hello, hi. Na shledanou, goodbye. Děkuji, thank you. Díky, thanks. Prosím, please. No, yes. No. Yes. Okay, sorry. Nay, no. Nazave, cheers. Okay, nazave. Promiente, I'm sorry. Okay, you guys got that? Good luck, right? Okay. Weather, visitors to Czech Republic can expect all 4 seasons. Winter hits as low at 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Snowy winters are common but not guaranteed. Summer temperatures peak at about 68 degrees, fluctuating between lovely sunny days and humidity with summer storms. Currency, Czech Republic is part of the European Union, thus, but to the surprise of many visitors, it does not use the euro. The official local currency is the Czech crown. Cash-only shops and restaurants are also fairly common, so keeping some cash on hand is a good idea when no credit or debit cards are accepted. Tipping, it is customary to tip around 10% of restaurants in the center, particularly upscale ones. Even if paying by card, the tip is appreciated in cash. In more local places, Czechs will usually simply round up the bill to the nearest round number. For transfers, guided tours, other services, the drivers and guides do appreciate a tip for well done. And then electrical voltage. American appliances run on 110 volts with European appliances 220 volts. Today's gadgets are dual voltage, which means they work on both American and European current, but you will need an adapter for the plug. The Euro plug is flat, 2 holes, round pin. Okay. All right, congratulations. You completed your 2nd course. As you see, some of these can be a little long. All right, so we have 3 more to get to, so hopefully we can kick these out. Poland.
Looking at the big blue sky, thinking whether you and I
we'll ever fall in love. I know for me, it'll be so.
All right, let's learn about Poland now. All right, so region 1, Poland is fascinating jigsaw puzzle of landscapes, natural treasures, historic cities, and cosmopolitan hotspots. The regions that make up Poland are a microcosm for the rest of Europe in their own right, giving travelers a glimpse of the best of what the entire continent has to offer. Poland's Pomeranian region, along with the coast of the Baltic, is home to truly unique natural beauty. Beaches, cliffs, and the Caspian folklore, thousands of lakes hidden deep within ancient forests, all watch over by the towers of Teutonic fortresses. When exploring West Pomerania, a stretch of the Baltic coast that extends from the island of Wallen to Kolasburg, you'll encounter idyllic beach resorts and the scenic Drosko Lake District. Another remarkable area is East Pomerania, which is home to the Poland's largest shifting sand dunes located in the Śląski National Park, as well as the Hel Peninsula. Europe's largest yew forest can be found in the Toklski Forest. You have the Mazuria region, not only land of 4,000 bright blue lakes, but also a natural forest and rivers. Tourists are lured here by the Trail of the Great Lakes and the unique Estrada Elbag Canal, as well as nearby Teutonic castles and Prussian forest lodges. Tap the right to familiarize yourself with Poland's situation in Central Europe. Okay. Yep. Yep. Come on, fingers. Mazuria region is land of bright blue lakes. How many lakes can be found here? Anybody know?
4,000.
4,000. That is correct. Very good. All right, so you just click on it and drag it. All right, region 2, the northeastern part of Poland, is known as Suwałki, which dazzles travelers with its glittering glacier-shaped landscape and blend of culture from Lithuanian border areas. Again, look how pretty. Equally beautiful is the Małopolska region, home to the mountain ranges of Beskid and the region of Krakow, Jura, with many castles doing back to the era of the Piast dynasty. Poland's heartland is home to the regions of Wielkopolska, the cradle of the Polish state, as well as green plains of Lubuski province, followed by the flat grasslands of Mazovia. Silesia, which occupies the southwestern part of the country, is divided into Lower Silesia, with the capital Wrocław, and Upper Silesia, which is centered on Katowice. This area is heavily industrial and urbanized by natural lovers, will still find riches in the Lower Silesian forests, the Sudety Mountains, the Beskid Śląski, and the Beskid Śląski. For a taste of Poland's highland culture, visit Podhale, which stretches from the Tatra Mountains to the Ozera Spot. Capital is Zakopane. Again, I apologize. Some of these words, like what? The Podkarpacki region is best known for its mountain ranges, through which are scattered wooden Orthodox churches and the reminders of the Lemko people that once lived here. Warsaw, Capital of Poland is a city reborn, completely leveled to the ground during Second World War. City has come back with a vengeance to become one of the most modern European capitals. City's most beautiful historic architecture can be found on top of the escarpment that encircles the Vistula Valley from the west. The most picturesque tourist route in the capital, known as the Royal Route, starts from the Royal Castle at the edge of town and winds towards Wilano Palace. Modern Warsaw offers a bit of something for everyone when it comes to popularity. Old Town certainly ranks high, but is closely followed by the trendy main artery, Krakowski, that word. The Nari Sayat thoroughfare, the Three Crosses Square, the Saska neighborhood. Warsaw is also wonderful for nature lovers as it's full of green spaces and parks. As far as culture goes, the city has ultra modern museums like Friedrich Chopin Museum, the Warsaw Uprising Museum, the Museum of Modern Art, Center for Contemporary Art, Ujadowski Castle, and the Museum of History of Polish Jews. A more traditional exhibition is found in the Maria Skłodowska-Curie Museum, dedicated to the Polish Nobel Prize winning chemist, first woman to have studied at the Sorbonne. Warsaw has a vibrant music history as well, which is carried into the modern era. Every 5 years, it hosts the International Chopin Piano Competition, the concerts of the International Festival, Contemporary Music. Warsaw Autumn fills the halls with Philharmonic. In the summer, open-air events like Jazz na Starost, the Na Pragi, or the Swiata, that word, has magical ambient atmospheres. National Stadium can hold an audience of 50,000 and its majestic silhouette towers over the city. Trendy main artery in Warsaw is Three Crosses.
Krakowski, Prince, whatever. Make that one.
That one, right?
Krakowski.
That's right. For down to that one. Okay. Very good, guys. Thank you. All right. Now here's some day trips. Okay. Warsaw is not the only Polish city worth bragging about. The country is chock full of iconic historic destinations that would be perfect complement to any visit. And with a well-connected rail and bus system, none of these destinations are very far from home base. So the Tri-City, you have 3 cities, each with a different history and character, come together to forge a flourishing metropolitan area known as the Tri-City, comprised of Gdansk, Sopot, and Gdynia. The Tri-City is one unique destination on its own. Gdansk is the business and cultural capital of Pomorze region, steeped in the history spanning 1,000 years. Old Town has stunning manor houses, Gothic churches, Neptune Fountain, and Artist Court, which used to be the seat of the Guild of Merchants at the time when Gdansk belonged to the Hanseatic League. Whew. The beacon of the city is the medieval port crane called Zara. Sopot is a luxury seaside resort town, venue for a large-scale event and trendy shopping area. Its most recognizable symbol is its pier, which just juts out about 1/3 of a mile into the sea and is the longest pier in Europe. Plac Zordraji is the town's central square and the extension of the pier onto the land. The lighthouse towering over the square offers panoramic view of the area, while the nearby outdoor concert hall comes alive with music all summer long. In winter, the square transforms into an ice skating rink. And then there is Gdynia, which is a special place all on its own, constructed in the 1920s. It was the background of a freshly built modern harbor town, modern harbor. To this day, the harbor area, along with its long promenade, is the most characteristic part of the city. It is here that the historical ships are docked, like the 1930s destroyer, which is the oldest preserved ship of its kind in the world. Getaways for weekend getaways too. Okay, so Alston, chasers of stunning landscapes, natural beauty, will love a trip to Alston, the capital of 1,000 lakes, the heart of Warmia and Mazuria region, and a perfect starting point for wildlife lovers. Alston boasts an amazing location in the middle of the wild nature. The town is popping with greenery, which envelopes surrounding Gothic and Art Nouveau buildings. Towering of Alston is St. James Basilica, which hosts organ concerts to show off its amazing acoustics. The town, which grew around a 14th century Teutonic Knights watchtower, has close links to the history of Copernicus, who lived here for many years. Lutz, a former capital of the weaving and textile industry, Lutz has transformed into a cosmopolitan capital for film and the arts. The city flourished during an industrial boom in the 19th century and 20th centuries, thanks to extensive investments and the hard work of Jews, Germans, Russians, and Poles. Entrepreneurs had their residence built close to their factories, and today these elegant palaces are now part of Petroska Street, the city's busiest commercial artery, with boutiques, clubs, pubs, and monuments. Each made the backyards of this street become the venue for the artistic events of the Lodz for Culture Festival. Lodz is also home to a film and theater academy whose famous graduates such as Roman Polanski, Andrzej Rajad, Krzysztof Kiełowski have become part of the cinematographic landscape. Just as in Hollywood, Petroska Street has its own walk of fame. The museums of cinematography and animation provide insight into the local filmmaking history. Krakow, one of the most important cities in Poland, Krakow is certainly the most recognizable. Once the royal residence, Krakow is by far the most visited city in Poland today. Home to some of the country's most recognizable icons, like the Old Town, surrounded by the green belt of Flanty Park, and the Jagiellonian University. Royal Wawel Castle, Krakow is perfect for exploring on foot. All walking tours begin or end in the main market square near Cloth Hall, 16th century market hall, continuing the tradition of trade today. The vaults of the Wawel Cathedral are the burial site of Polish kings, saints, poets, and distinguished military leaders. Under the golden cupola of the Sigismund Chapel, the last kings from the Jagiellonian dynasty lie interred. A few steps away from the old town, Kazimierz begins. This was once a separate town inhabited mostly by Jews between the 14th and 19th centuries. Orthodox Jews from all over the world come to pay homage to distinguished rabbis buried in the old cemetery. For locals, the area is synonymous with clubs, pubs, restaurants, and electric nightlife. Wrocław has been overlooking the waters of the Oder River for more than 1,000 years, bearing traces of Czech, German, and Polish rule. Present-day city of Wrocław is a true European melting pot, earning itself the title European Capital of Culture in 2016. Splendid manor houses, churches, universities, and slew of Nobel Prize winners are all witnessed of the town's splendor. Ostrowa Tumski, once an island on the Oder, recalls the earliest period of history of the town. Its soaring medieval churches loom over Old Town, which stretches on the other side of the river. The Old Town is the focal point, of city life, with the bustling Wrocław Market Hall, the new stock exchange, countless banks, and office buildings, as well as the Wrocław Opera.
So tell me what you wanna do to me. Stop messing with my head. Are you gonna give me what I want, or am I gonna have to beg? I can't live without you. I can't live without. I can live without you. I can't live without.
All right. Next. So top sites. Traveling across Poland is an exceptional journey as travelers wind their way through unique treasures of history and nature. Some of them have been entered in the UNESCO World Heritage List. They include castles, historic urban areas, churches, old mines, even forests. The list features as many as 17 such sites alongside their unquestionable value for global cultural and natural heritage. They are also must-see tourist attractions. You have the medieval town of Torun, a layout of squares and streets that has not changed for centuries. It owed its wealth to the Order of Teutonic Knights, which made it their headquarters. The medieval urban complex includes the old and new town, as well as the ruins of the Teutonic castle. The city is also the birthplace and home of famed historic astronomer Copernicus. Warsaw's Historic Center is also a must-see on the list of UNESCO sites. During World War II, the Nazi Germans razed to the ground the oldest part of the city. Out of 260 tenement houses, only 6 remained untouched. Like a phoenix from the ashes, Warsaw has been rebuilt over the decades to become one of the most cultural rich cities in all of Europe. Packed with restaurants and cafe gardens, annual festivals, parks, and historic architecture, Warsaw is teeming with life. One of Poland's gems of Renaissance architecture is the old city of Zamość, founded in 1580. Today, it still remains a vibrant center of industry and culture. When the city was founded, it became a symbol of coexistence and peaceful cooperation between the cultures of Eastern and Western Europe, where Poles, Italians, Germans, Ruthenians, Armenians, Greeks, and Jews all live in harmony. Today, it is a scene of momentous cultural events. Old Town boasts 120 historical monuments, as well as galleries, cafes, and restaurants. When it comes to hospitality, Zamość has a great selection of hotels, which makes it a perfect starting point for trips to nearby Rotoska Hills, a region of stunning natural landscapes. Krakow's Historic Center, the ancient seat of many Polish kings, is home to many of the city's famous landmarks, and so earns its place on the UNESCO list. Total number of historical monuments to see in the districts of Old Town and Kazimierz Jewish Quarter and within the Wachau Castle complex reaches over a staggering 3,000. Poland is home to one of the first sites in the world to have been placed onto the UNESCO World Natural and Cultural Heritage List. The salt mines in Wieliska. One can walk down tunnels adorned with amazing sculptures carved into salt, or sit back in one of the many chapels to reflect on the spirituality of the pious miners, or even spend a night in one of the special Selene chambers. Sadly, history has had some dark times that ought never be repeated. However, memories of these monuments serve as mementos and warnings, symbols of what should never come to pass again. The museum and memorial at the Auschwitz-Birkenau former German Nazi concentration and extermination camp is a place for reflection on the power and destruction of hatred and how we must never repeat these atrocities again. The camp was set up by the Nazis in occupied Auschwitz for Polish political prisoners, but soon became the site of the annihilation, of Jews from all over Europe. All right, the Polish city was designed to be a city of cultural harmony. The Warsaw, Tehran, Krakow. Anybody? You guys still here? Thank you. Zamość. All right, thank you. The one that I didn't say. All right, castles and palaces. All right, so take a trip through Poland's medieval history. The country's numerous and opulent castles and palaces take travelers on a fascinating journey back in time through a complicated, worn-torn past. After countless wars, partitions, and other political social turbulences, the preserved and restored castles and palaces are now part of Poland's historical heritage. Today, there are homes to museums and or education centers, as well as venues for cultural events, luxury hotels with spa facilities, and more. Malbork is perhaps one of the most iconic fortresses of Poland. Once the headquarters of the Grand Master of Teutonic Knights, castle inspired both awe and fear. It was built from 4.5 million bricks with defensive walls, moats, drawbridges, and iron portcullises. Visitors can also admire the chapel and the palace of Grand Masters. The chamber of the monastic knights, as well as military barracks from April through August. One can see stunning sounds and light shows on the castle grounds. Mysterious Gothic interiors are home today to a hotel with a restaurant at Retzel. This stronghold, built in the 13th century by the Teutonic Knights, has a long, rich history. It is perched on the Sanja River, surrounded by forests and lakes, and served as a hunting lodge for the bishops of the Warmia region. Later, as a Prussian prison during World War II. Today, the castle hosts many open-aired events and exhibitions, as well as serves up mouth-watering cuisine in the restaurant. Of course, there's the Royal Castle in Warsaw, a monument of Polish history. Though visitors are greeted with an austere exterior, the interior is simply dazzling. Sophisticated decorations, delicate moldings, painstakingly chiseled ornaments, gilded with gold leaf. It was here that the first constitution in Europe and the second in the world was drafted and adopted. Marvel at the captivating gardens and thrilling architecture at Nierborough, a residence of Polish nobility. Journey back in time to European style and fashion of the 17th century. The highlight of the tour is the charming second floor with the largest ballroom in the palace. The grounds are blanketed with gardens, and nearby is Arcadia, English garden that is perhaps one of the most beautiful in Europe. Poland has its own version of Versailles, decked with ornate Baroque gardens, opulent accents, high society. These days, Branicki Palace is owned by the Medical University of Bialystok. Its interiors are home to the Museum of the History of Medicine and Pharmacy. One of the most beautiful English gardens in Europe can be found where?
Arcadia.
Thank you. Da, 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 da. All right, active tourism. Sorry. Okay, so not just a treasure trove of cultural and historic sites, Poland packs a punch for the outdoor enthusiasts as well. Many sites of nature in Poland are unique, not only across the country, but the globe as well. Even its cities are teeming with greenery. Outside the cities are hundreds of acres of virgin forests, rivers, lakes, and mountains. Inland waters are full of fish, while meadows and forests nest numerous species of birds. It is worth exploring the world of Polish nature by doing recreational and competitive sports all year round. We have cycling as one of the most popular outdoor activities in Poland, with trails available in the Tochola Forest, Yusha, Wardy, oh my gosh, all these different places. Come wintertime, backcountry skiing is popular in these places. Other popular activities: rock climbing, caving, kayaking, sailing, and fishing. There are 23 different Polish national parks, the largest of which is Wierbas National Park, and the smallest is the Oshka National Park. Each park is surrounded by a buffer zone where human activity, especially economic, is restricted. Hiking trails, scenic viewpoints, campsites, and parking areas are all marked. Golf in Poland is one of the fastest growing segments of outdoor travel, where courses now blend nicely into surroundings in every region. 63 golf clubs in Poland with beautiful modern courses, some designed by prominent designers from the Baltic Sea to the Tatras. Near large cities and the countryside, championship 18-hole courses, driving ranges, putting greens, and more can be discovered in every corner of Poland. Water sports, schools operate all along the coast in Poland in the Bay of Puck, where the waters are calm and temperatures mild. Schools offer rental equipment and classes for adults and children in the winter, and vast shallow bay turns into a huge ice rink, with more and more ice boats and ice kiting enthusiasts each year. Sailors love the Missouri region, the land of thousands of lakes interconnected by waterways wrapped in forests. The Great Lakes are connected by a 54-mile waterway, which makes them ideal for a few days cruise. Canoeing is a popular activity along the Krutynia River with a 63-mile-long rowing route. Other popular nature activities include bird watching, fishing, and hunting. Congratulations. 2 more, guys. 2 more, and then we are done. All right. So Slovakia. Get her done, right? What do you think, Mark? The horses? All right. So Slovakia, compact, diverse country in the heart of Europe, considered a historic crossroads of trade routes and different cultures. Today, it is a dynamic country, a member of Schengen area, a member of European Union and the Euro area. Slovakia will surprise you with its rich cultural heritage, diversity of natural beauty. It is situated in a temperate climate zone where the 4 seasons alternate, making Slovakia a year-round destination. From the lowlands in the south, which are rich in thermal springs, the landscape in the north is transformed into rugged 2,000-foot peaks. Visitors will be captivated not only by Europe's largest river island, but also by the huge underground caves. An impressive 180 castles and ruins scattered across the hills and cliffs of Slovakia guard a piece of ancient history. The UNESCO World Heritage Sites are particularly attractive attractions. Slovakia attracts not only centuries of folk craftsmanship, but also excellent contemporary art, top quality wines, varied gastronomy at a high level. Slovakia's capital is the only metropolis in the world that straddles the borders of 3 countries. Bratislava is connected to Vienna and Budapest by the Danube River, the longest river in the European Union. Bratislava was once the crowning place of Hungarian kings and is now a popular destination for freelancers. It is one of the greenest cities of the world. Despite being the smallest of all regions in Slovakia, the Bratislava region offers many unique experiences and admirable destinations to its visitors. The small Carpathian mountain region is well known for its wine growing tradition, wine cellars, and its gastronomy with long-lasting tradition. The most beautiful castle in the Little Carpathian Mountains, situated just several tens of kilometers from the capital of Bratislava, is one of the best preserved Slavic castles, Cervania Carmen. In the 16th century, it was rebuilt into a bulky fortress with a fortification system that was then one of the top military defensive systems. The northernmost region of Slovakia, Liptov, is said to be one of the most naturally stunning areas in the country. At the heart of the Liptov region is the Liptova Mara water reserve, which directly evokes a stay by the sea. Visitors to Liptov will find a number of thermal and mineral springs in the region. Most famous locality with natural thermal springs is Liptov's Jan. On the opposite side of Liptov, Lucky Spa with medicinal water attracts fun and relaxation, is also great in water parks, Tatranlandia in Liptovsky and Mukalas. Offers many toboggans and swimming pools with clear thermal and saltwater seawater, and thanks to tropical paradise. With the transparent roof, holiday makers enjoy summer and tropical temperatures in any weather, and even surfing wave. Basanava boasts the largest number of swimming pools, the longest toboggan, the largest sauna house, as well as swimming pool with sea waves. Orava Castle, majestic dominant feature of the Orava region, is a national cultural treasure. First written mention in this castle is from the second half of the 13th century. Since its construction, it has never been captured, and to this day it remains in very good condition. Castle is currently the residence of Orava Museum. Almost 200,000 tourists visit every year, viewing the historical, ethnographic, and natural science expositions. Castle has been a favorite object of filmmakers for almost 100 years. It's been featured in a number of fairy tales, adventure series, even horror films. Again, click here for more information. Okay. Dominant feature of the European capital of the culture 2026 is the ancient castle, which rises on a steep cliff and welcomes its visitors from afar. In the 2nd century, after the victory over the Germans, the Roman legions left an inscription carved into the rock, which can now be seen up close from the summer terrace of the Elizabeth Hotel. There is also a modern reinforced concrete synagogue with Byzantine and Moorish Oriental elements, which is considered to be the most beautiful Slavic synagogue. The nearby Trenčian Airport hosts the multi-genre Pohada Festival every year, which resonates throughout Europe. Slovak Paradise National Park, with its waterfalls and gorges, jungle, greenery, numerous ladders and chains for climbing, seems to most visitors as if cut out of a fairy tale. The majestic Slav rocks in the north of Slovakia are almost magical. Polonian National Park and the Vihorita protected landscape area are made up of Carpathian beech forests and forests, which are UNESCO World Heritage Site. They stun with 400-year-old fir trees, tallest breaches in the world. An expedition through the wilderness of the easternmost part of Slovakia resembles an Amazon trek with marked hiking trails. The sky above these sites is also darkest in the whole country, thanks to the absence of light smog. And at night, you can observe thousands of stars and the Milky Way galaxy. The forests are home to last tribes of Europe's impressive bison, wolves, and hucul horses. Discovery trails here can be hiked on foot or by bicycle. Wooden churches with rare Baroque iconostasis line the cycle path. The Slavic Ruthenians draw visitors. Thank you, Jocelyn. Appreciate that. Into the traditional way of life of their ancestors. Up to 7,700 caves have been discovered. Also, this is recorded so you can finish it up on your own, okay? Have been discovered in Slovakia so far, some of them hiding natural wonders of world-class quality. Of this huge number, 45 are freely accessible. 18 of them are within the framework of organized tours. Most precious caves included in the UNESCO list of cultural natural heritage. There are 6 of them, and all but one, Demskinsky Icy Cave, are part of the Slavic Karst National Park or are located in its close vicinity. The enormous icy halls or ice tunnel of the Davinsky Ice Cave are among the most significant phenomena of this type in the world. In the Dominica Cave on the border with Hungary, you can navigate through an underground canyon with meanders on the river Styx between colorful center sculptures and cascading pools. Krasnojarska Cave is among an unmissable record holder thanks to its 34-meter stalagmite, which is officially one of the tallest in the world. On a tour of Gombaska Cave, one can see the unusual narrow center straws up to 3 meters long that hang thickly from the ceiling. Visitors to Jasovskaya Cave even breathe in the healing aerosol while observing the underground wildlife and looking for bats. Another unique phenomenon are the eccentric flowers and clumps of the mineral aragonite in the Ochnitska Aragonite Cave, which belongs to a small group of aragonite caves around the world that are open to the public. All right, Bratislava, capital of Slovakia, situated on the border of 3 countries, which are connected by the longest river in the European Union. Bratislava has been growing on both banks of the Danube for 1,100 years. It is identifiable around the world thanks to unmistakable silhouette of Bratislava Castle. It offers a panoramic view of the city and was already enjoyed by the mighty European ruler Maria Theresa. The brass crown set in the cobbles lead from the castle through the narrow streets of the old town to the Gothic St. Martin's Cathedral, where 18 Hungarian kings and queens were crowned. Bratislava is also an important center of Jewish culture and learning. In the 18th-19th century, the famous Rabbi Chatham Sofer worked here. His tomb is a Jewish pilgrimage site of international importance. After the fall of the Iron Curtain, Bratislava has been dramatically developing and changing. Thanks to many changes, it has acquired its unique color, which is a fusion of historical, socialist, and contemporary architecture. An iconic example of Bratislava's remarkable architecture is the UFO observation tower, which rises above the iconic SNP suspension bridge, 95 meters above the Danube. Bratislava is the right metropolis for freelancers as well as lovers of classical modern art. It is one of the greenest cities in the world. It is nestled in the Little Carpathian Mountains and urban forest parks and provides varied opportunities for running, hiking, and off-road cycling. You have Bratislava Castle, former seat of the rulers, today the symbol of Bratislava and the seat of the Museum of History, with a wonderful view of the city and neighboring countries from its 47-meter-high crown tower, in which royal coronation jewels used to be deposited. You have St. Martin's Cathedral, three-nave Gothic church from the 15th century, and the former Coronation Church, gilded replica of the coronation crown fixed in the top of the cathedral tower at a height of 85 meters and weighing 150 kilograms, reminds of this glorious age. Old Town Hall, former seat of the city's self-government, is since 1868 the seat of the Bratislava City Museum, oldest museum in Slovakia. After climbing up the narrow stairs leading to its 45-meter-high tower, you will be rewarded with a beautiful panoramic view of the old town. Bratislava Gothic Palace, Rococo Summer Palace from the 18th century, used to be known for its rich social life. Famous composer Joseph Haydn also performed here. Since 1996, it serves as the seat of the President of the Slavic Republic. And then here's a map of, it's a video. Again, you guys can watch this. All right. All right, true or false? Bratislava is one of the greenest cities in the world. I knew that one. All right. Next. All right, day trips and getaways. So Kosas is the first Slavic city to be included in the prestigious Global Club of UNESCO Creative Cities, similar to Linz, Tel Aviv, Lyon, or Toronto. The dominant feature of the metropolis of Eastern Slovakia is the Gothic St. Elizabeth Cathedral, where the Slavic pilgrimage route Camino de Santiago, a 650-kilometer long route across the country, begins. Eastern Slavic Museum houses the Kosas Golden Treasure, one of the largest gold treasures in the world. All creative souls are welcome into the multi-genre space, Tabaka, which is full of contemporary art. In less than 2 hours from Kosas, you can reach 18 Slavic sites inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So that's kind of cool. International Peace Marathon in Kosas is the oldest in Europe, third oldest in the world. Every year on the first Sunday in October, the fastest marathoners on the planet take to the start line, and in 2023 it will celebrate its centenary. UNESCO listed cities, Lavaca, Bardakja, Vanska, Slavsvakia are 3 towns inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List for their artistic, architectural, technical gems. Lavoca, especially famous for 500-year-old wooden Gothic altar, the largest in the world, in the 14th century Basilica of St. James, that boasts one of the most magnificent medieval squares in Central Europe. It is lined with dozens of Renaissance and Gothic townhouses, sumptuous palaces, arcades, richly decorated facades, and coats of arms of old families. Churches with masterful altars, frescoes rival the world's galleries with the finest sacred art. Nearby is the Marian Mountain, world famous pilgrimage site with a divine peace vibe. Slavic part of the Camino de Santiago also passes through Lavoca. You have Bardajo, defined by its well-preserved architecture from the Renaissance and Gothic eras, as well as Moorish frescoes of the unique synagogue. In the historical core of almost 800 years old, Bardajo stand almost 50 medieval townhouses, and with their precise alignment matching facades and gables of red roofs, they give prominence to other precious objects of the town hall square. 15th century Basilica Minor of St. Agidius, with its richly decorated vaults, 11 Gothic altars, and breathtaking stained glass windows, boasts one of the tallest church towers with a height of up to 76 meters. Foundation stone of the ancient Renaissance town hall in the middle of the square was laid in 1505, along with the historic core of the city. The Jewish suburbia, a complex of historic ritual buildings, is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The oldest building in this complex is the unique 9-domed synagogue from 1836 with its breathtaking oriental decoration. Banska Slavonikia, epic, full of palaces, frescoes, beckoning steep mountain surroundings, fascinating underground. It is considered one of the most beautiful places in Slovakia. Magnificent Baroque Calvary provides views of the forested crater of the gigantic supervolcano in which the city is set. Banska Slavonikia is renowned for its unique technical monuments, which have made it into a UNESCO World Heritage List. Even today, it is possible to visit the 500-year-old mining tunnels, which once mined mainly silver. It was here in 1627 that gunpowder was used for the first time in the history of mankind in the stamping of a mine. 24 16th century lakes, more than 60 of which once existed here, supplied the mines with water. UNESCO listed Banska Slavonikia and picturesque mining villages around it promise a remarkable combination of experiences: hiking, cycling, or glamping. Okay, getaways for part two. Castles, chateaus, manor houses, and their ruins have been an integral part of Slavic history since time immemorial. Sorry, guys, I've been training since 8 o'clock this morning. I'm losing my mind. All right, there are 180 castles and ruins in Slovakia and are among the attractions that attract foreign tourists the most. Boginus Castle, its last noble owner, inspired by the beauty of the Gothic castles of French Loire Valley, rebuilt the old castle in a perfect chateau, fascinates visitors even today. Each chamber stands out with its own style and decoration, as well as collections of art objects. Visitors walk through the hall with its gilded angel ceiling, the Oriental Salon with the Ottoman Empire, or the Hall of Columns with its large mobile statues. The castle hides a natural travertine cave with 2 lakes in its underground. The town of Boginus is also famous for its spa with healing thermal water and its zoo, which families with children will love to visit. Arava Castle, full of Carpathian mystique and darker than Transylvania. The iconic black and white horror film Nosferatu, Symphony of Terror, and the British series Dracula were formed at Arava Castle. Among other films, the imposing structure grew on a limestone cliff in the 13th century, has 154 rooms, hiding period furnished chambers, and rich archaeological and ethnographic expositions that map the entire Arava region. One room is specifically set aside and dedicated to all films that were shot there. Visitors can also enjoy a spooky night tour or a raft ride under the castle cliffs. That sounds like fun, right? Get those spooky things out there. The Spiš Castle, largest castle ruin in Central Europe, will surprise you with the enormous size, period cuisine, terrifying torture chamber. Spiš Castle attracts film crews from all over the world and for Slovaks. This 800-year-old Goliath is a testament to the evolution of local architecture. It is enlivened by nights and demonstrations of falconry, which is also inscribed in UNESCO's representatives list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The site of the castle hill is adorned with a stunning 100-meter high geoglyph of Celtic horse by Australian sculptor Andrew Rogers. The UNESCO site also includes the town of Splint Pudray with its Gothic Renaissance townhouses in Calvary, which resembles that of Jerusalem. Spes Paradi also includes the religious town of Spis Capitula, which was referred to as Slavic Vatican. There's also a remarkable pilgrimage cathedral on the grounds of the Spiska Capitula. Castle Cerveni Carmen. Castle, which is the center of the small Carpathian wine-growing region in the west of Slovakia, once belonged to the richest man in the world, the famous merchant Anton Foger. Its ceremonial Sala Tirana impresses with Baroque paintings or a cave made of karst rocks. The castle is one of the largest cellars in Europe. The castle grounds include French Park and Falconry Court, with the largest collection of birds of prey in Slovakia. And then you have Balayer Manor, one of the real jewels of Slavic history, and surprises its visitors with a rich collection of not only tasteful and luxurious, but also exotic souvenirs of its owners. 19th century owners, the Drasi family, belonged to the European aristocratic elite and were known as great collectors of art and antiques. The castle's English Park is considered one of the most important historic gardens in the world. There is a Chinese pavilion, Japanese bridge, Hermes well, waterfall almost 10 meters high, which is reminiscent of Roman ancient aqueducts. The culture there, English Portal, the Independent Rank, the multi-genre festival Pohada among 12 best festivals of Europe, and Vengage Portal writes about it as one of the 25 festivals in the world that must be experienced. Pohada has been running since 1997 and has so far set the scene for headliners as The Prodigy, Björk, Kraftwerk, and The Roots. Viva Musica presents classical music performed by top artists from all over the world for 19 years. It has been considered an integral part of the Bratislava Summer Festival. Concerts are held in unconventional venues and contexts. Sample is an open space in the city center, UNESCO World Heritage, World Cultural Heritage in Slovakia. The territory of the Danube lies part of the largest UNESCO site in Europe. The entire original border ran through Europe, Asia, Africa, and was over 500 kilometers long. Its European part, a UNESCO World Heritage site, stretches from the Antonine Wall in the British Isles to Iza on the Slavic-Hungarian border. Within Slovakia, archaeologists have discovered Roman camps in the Bratislava district of Rosov, and 100 kilometers further on in Iza near Kamarna. Wooden churches in the Slavic part of Carpathian Arch, up to 59 wooden sacral buildings scattered around Slovakia. 8 of them have been included on the prestigious UNESCO World Heritage list. The Ruska, Bista, Vadruzel, and all those that are listed. The northeast of Slovakia boasts the largest concentration of wooden sacral buildings. Their exceptional architecture, Baroque iconostases, precious altars, and frescoes are almost mystical. Some of them were built entirely of wood and without a single nail. Oh, where is that? Folklore and folk traditions. Slavic folk art is distinguished by the variety of designs typical of each of the 25 regions. Few other countries in the world have preserved such a variety of craft techniques and practices as Slovakia. Attention to detail, taste, and the link between folk culture and modern design make Slavic originality stand out. The inspiration and enthusiasm of contemporary creators have a deep tradition which they draw from costume embroidery, crafts such as wood carving, tinkering, and blueprinting. Signs of the unique folk art are recognizable when traveling around the country at markets and fairs. Folk architecture of Slovakia is a precious cultural heritage, tastefully and naturally embedded in the landscape. In the south of Slovakia, there are traditional houses built of stone and clay. The north is dominated by wooden buildings. People here built wooden houses from spruce and fir trees that grow in the surrounding mountains. And then the original art of the facades of the wooden houses in Sisfani could be considered the beginning of street art. The village, with the history that dates back to the 13th century, is famous for its visual identity in both architecture and folk clothing. Geometric signs and symbols with which they painted their log houses are perhaps the most striking design inspiration of Slavic ornaments extending to the present day. How many wooden sacral buildings are scattered? Said 59. That is great. Thank you, Michelle. Very good. All right, 59. All right, spa and wellness. Who needs a spa? I do. In Slovakia, total of 1,943 thermal mineral water springs from the depths of the earth. 124 of them are located in protection zones. 82 of them are natural healing springs. Many visitors are attracted to Slovakia by the local spas, which have a history of over a century and are among the oldest in Europe. The climate of the high Tatras and some of the caves is an effective remedy for many respiratory ailments. The famous Piastany sulfurous mud from the longest Slavic river Va is considered to be a world unique healing mud. The spa in Trasianas Templis will surprise you with the presence of traditional Turkish hammam baths in Moorish style and will impress you with its photogenic architecture and luxurious relaxation room. You have the Bardajo Spa, specializes in drinking cures and was also a favorite of Empress Sissi. Historical and modern spa towns in Slovakia boast a high level of care, rehabilitation, and prevention. Visitors are attracted by the divine peace, admire the original architecture, and enjoy cultural and social activities. The spa is an ideal holiday, not only for those who need to solve a health problem, but for anyone who needs to slow down the pace of life and desires a comprehensive reboot. That Slovakia's splendid spas date back to ancient times and is proven by the Roman Travertine hot baths in Dudens. The application of mud and peat for medicinal purposes in spa towns has been known since the modern age. You can still enjoy them today under the expert supervision on top balneologists and physicists. Amazing hiking national park, caves, UNESCO sites, historical towns, beautiful castles, enchanting manor houses, open air folk museums, Slavic spas always have interesting sites and activities around. Go ahead and click here for spa and wellness sites for your clients. Okay, so you can set them up for an amazing spa tour or day, of pampering. From the list below, select which spa has sulfurous mud from the longest Slavic river Va.
Piastany.
Thank you. There we go. And sorry, guys, again, some of these aren't that long. This is a long one, so I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Food and wine. Strong tradition moves the modern culture of food and wine in Slovakia to the level of experimental gastronomy. Although Slavic chefs are based on traditional cuisine, they follow modern trends, sophisticated gastronomic practices, and food and beverage pairing. At the same time, they respect the 21st century gourmets' demand for the healthier lifestyle. The result is a truly diverse cuisine, its present day form, as well as the production of delicious wines and craft beers, has already been influenced by the arrival of the Celts and Romans in the center of Europe, as well as by the Austro-Hungarian monarchy. Each region of Slovakia proudly offers its typical dishes, and 6 wine-growing regions produce wines and sparkling wines that boldly compete with the world's best in terms of quality. Experimental tastings take place directly in century-old wine cellars, modern wineries surrounded by art on wine roads, or traditional autumn harvest festivals. Sparkling and characterful wines are produced from the southwest of the Little Carpathians to the world famous Tokaj region in the southeast. The western part of Slovakia, especially the village of Slovenský Hrob, only 25 kilometers from Bratislava, which is nicknamed the Kingdom of Goose, is famous for its roasted geese with laksa and sweet stewed cabbage. The local guild of goose breeders honors this more than century-old gastronomic tradition. You have sheep breeding, a long tradition in Slovakia. Both mild tasting and strong tasting cheeses are delicacies and offer at shepherd's huts in mountain areas, particularly in Liptov and Orava. The natural sheep cheese Vinsta is an original Slavic product made from sheep's milk. It is rich in probiotic cultures and bears a European Union trademark. The most typical dish with Brinzdan is Brezga Haluska, the combination of gnocchi made from potato dough and traditional Vinzda. Topped with cubes of toasted bacon is a traditional specialty that can be tasted in just about every Slovak pub or hotel in Slovakia. The sweet Slavic cuisine is dominated by flour dishes with poppy and nut fillings and sprinkles seasonal fruits, local bee honey. Skaliki trelik, a traditional bakery specialty made of yeast dough, has been produced in our area since the 19th century. The original skaliki trelik is topped exclusively with almonds, nuts, or apricot kernels. Nowadays, visitors can also enjoy a modern version filled with ice cream and fresh fruit. Here's a full list of wine, a country full of wine and friends.
Pálenko, vínko, dobré je, ej, kto že nám ho naleje, naleje nám ho svätý Ján, hej, veď je to náš hospodár. Naleje nám ho svätý Ján, hej, veď je to náš hospodár. Najna, na, najna, na, najna, najna, na, najna, na, najna, najna, na, najna, na, najna.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. Slovakia's most famous wine region is
It's Toka.
that one.
Yes.
Perfect. Yay. Almost done. All right. Oop. We finished that? Okay. No, hold on. I clicked out. Okay. There we go. All right, active tourism. Slovakia will enchant you with its green valleys through which flow crystal clear mountain streams and often dramatic rock massifs with glacial lakes towering above them. Surrounded by lush, deciduous and coniferous forests and unadulterated wild forests. In Slovakia, you'll get both relaxing, adrenaline pumping experiences in the mountains and by the water. Several natural phenomena such as caves are on the UNESCO site list. 9 national parks, 1 million hectares of protected areas, 15,000 kilometers of perfectly marked trails make Slovakia an adventurous paradise for all hikers. You have the high and low Tatras, are the ideal choice for alpine hikes. Scenic views. Hikers often target alpine huts and glacial lakes. Mountain porters also go to these places with their legendary strength and humility. They are a unique feature of the old continent, which is why they are included in the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of Slovakia. They have been carrying 100-kilogram loads in the mountains for 900 years and are the last of their kind in Europe. Most of the 13 remote chalets in the High Tatras were built by them alone. Other professionals in the Slavic mountains are certified mountain guides. They will help those interested to climb the highest mountain of Carpathian Arc, Gorlakovsky Stit. On the Slavic side of the Tatra Mountains, there are up to 50 rock peaks over 2,000 meters. One of them is the Lemeniki Peak, which can also be reached by cable car. There is an astronomical observatory, botanical garden, a cafe, and apartments. In winter, the Tatras turn into top ski resorts. The highest resort is Tatraska Lamnica, which boasts the steepest slopes in the country. In the largest ski resort, Jasna, is the low Tatras. There is a track size for alpine skiing World Cup races. 50 official cycle routes crisscross Slovakia. The sought-after mountain single tracks await you in the Peniny Mountains and bike parks in Laptav. Slovakia is a country of modern visitors will surely like several thermal parks, such as Aqua City, Poprad, under the Tatras or Vadas Thermal Resort in the south of the country. In Liptovska Mara or Zemnetsky Sarava, adrenaline lovers enjoy sailing, wakeboarding, or water skiing. On the Danube is the capital. You can experience speedboat rides, enjoy a trip on a traditional wooden raft in the Peniny National Park. A nourishing combination for adrenaline-loving people will be rafting on the Bela River and climbing one of the mountainous ferries in Skala near Kremnica. Golfers will enjoy a little paradise in Zaruri with a 712 meter long hole. In the Tatra Mountains, you can play golf surrounded by irresistible scenery. Whoo, yay. One more, guys. Let's hope this one's a short one. Oh, no, it's one of the longest ones. What the heck?
And I love you like no one ever loved anyone before. And I love you like no one ever loved anyone before. Is that your smile? Is that your style? Is that your legs wrapped around me tight? Is that your smile? Is that your style? Is that your legs wrapped around me tight? And I love you like no one ever loved anyone before. And I love you like no one ever loved anyone before. Is that your voice, so sweet of yours? Is that your hand I wanna hold so long? Is that your look? What's the hook? I can only say that this is so good. Is that your smile? Is that your style? Is that your legs wrapped around me tight? And I love you like no one ever loved anyone before. And I love you like no one ever loved anyone before. And I love you like no one ever loved anyone before. And I love you like no one ever loved anyone before. I know, yes I know.
Ooh, all right. So 10 top must-see locations. Since the last decades, Budapest has become one of Europe's most loved destinations. A journey in and around the Hungarian capital will surely lead to personal discoveries for each visitor. These are just a few of the places that should not be missed. The Parliament building and Kossuth Square around its Around it constitute an emblematic location in the city. Marvel at the building, enjoy the spectacle of the changing of the guards. If you time it right, you may even get to see the marching band play. The Siskany Lancet or Chain Bridge, a marker for centuries of Hungarian history and a symbol of the unified city, just as all the local bridges connecting to the Pest and Buda sides of the Danube. Hero Square, testament to Hungary's past and forms a great expanse that is constant favorite with visitors. It is a journey through Hungarian history, an outdoor World Heritage Site and seat of culture embraced by two internationally renowned museums. Andrassy Avenue runs along a stretch of central Budapest from Hero Square, showcases its many beauties, goes shopping at the boutiques with many international fashion brands that have set up here. Shop here. National Theater is symboling cultural institution MUPA. The Palace of Arts are perfect examples of how modernity is integrated into Budapest's rich history and riverside landscape. Relax in the park or check out a concert by the many world famous acts. The Great Market Hall in Budapest, best known market hall, offering a wide array of fresh produce and meat, as well as local delicacies. This is an unmissable part of your journey and spot to pick up some souvenirs and a fine bottle of Hungarian wine. The Duna Corso in the city center area of Danube Riverside is a condensed experience of all this great city has to offer. Fresh air from the river, magnificent buildings, fresh restaurants, and memorable spots for those essential photos. Pick up your ticket and hop on tram number 2, considered one of the best of its kind. Takes you on a scenic tour of the central majestic section of the city, giving you glimpses of the castle, bridges spanning the Danube, and many other locations. Here's some other visions or pictures. Wow, look at that. So again, you could save some of these and post them with your certificate. All right, beautiful, beautiful architecture. Which tram takes you on a scenic tour of the central majestic section of Budapest? Tram 2. Thank you. That is correct. Very good. All right, arts and culture, cobblestone medieval streets, distinctive tiled roofs, ornate Art Nouveau facades, neo-Gothic landmarks, Budapest fairy tale cityscape leaves visitors in awe. These architectural wonders also illustrate the history that has left its mark on the city. Evidence of civilization before the Magyar conquest of the 890s is scant and scattered. Ruins of this former Roman outpost are most visible at Aquensium of Buda today. The first prominent era of Hungarian architecture was under King Matthias in the 19th century when Buda embraced the Renaissance. The royal palace was built in an early Renaissance style. After many decades of destruction and neglect, the Buda Castle is experiencing an era of development and rebirth. Right now, St. Stephen's Hall is one of the most important locations in the Palace of Buda. And it is once again open to the visitors after it was destroyed in the Second World War. The 150-year-long Turkish occupation from 1541 left bathhouses such as Rudas and monuments like Tomb of Gul Baba, which is steep climb from Margaret Bridge in Buda. Much of the surrounding Buda has been razed. Stately institutions, the Academy of Sciences and the National Museum arose on the Pest side, now linked to Buda by the classicist chain bridge, the first permanent span over the Danube. Architects Joseph Schild and Nikolaus Liv devised neoclassical St. Stephen's Basilica. Over 54 years of its construction, Budapest has become a magnificent European capital. Yiva created the sumptuous opera house and the elaborate Vakarts Bazaar below Buda Castle, recently since reopened. Above them tower the neo-Gothic rebuild of Matthias Church, Fisherman's Bastion, both the works of Frigyes Schlick. The neo-Gothic Parliament dominated the Pest riverbank, inspired by Westminster and conceived by Emre Stan. The Grand Boulevard of Andrade Avenue was created, leading to Hero Square, and its centerpiece was a Millennium Monument, a half-moon colonnade showcasing Hungarian history, while below ran the first underground line of the continental Europe. Food and wine. Hungary has an extensive, varied, characteristic cuisine rooted in traditional household cooking, but which has now moved into the heights of fine dining. Budapest gastronomy scene has really opened up in recent years. Restaurants presenting the tastes and aromas of every corner of the world can be found all over the city. That mix has, in its turn, influenced many talented chefs from the city's quickly evolving food culture, several of whom have gone on to win international reputations, leading to truly unique creations and experiences. Hungary is well known as a country of creative dishes, quality ingredients, welcoming services, combining both the rich traditions as well as modern day innovation. New restaurants, bistros, street food places opening up all around the city, including the utmost quality honored by Michelin stars. In 2022, the world's leading restaurant guild guide has evaluated the entire Hungarian restaurant offer, thanks to which stand restaurants in Budapest and Platin restaurant in Pata have managed to win 2 Michelin stars, while the restaurant 42 in Esztergom has received 1 Michelin star alongside 6 restaurants in the capital, Rumor, Babel, Borkana, Costa, Salt, and Stancia. In addition, restaurants nationwide received 6 Bib Gourmand awards, 47 plate recommendations. The Green Star, which recognizes sustainability achievements, have been awarded to 4 restaurants. Hungary's cafe culture is alive and vibrant, which is no surprise, since even centuries ago, this was where the best and most creative minds met to discuss politics, writings, and new influences in art. By the turn of the 19th, 20th century, there were about 500 cafes in the city. Today, many legendary historic cafes have returned to their old splendor. Gerard, the oldest cafe in Budapest, New York Cafe in the heart of the city, or Central Cafe. There are a few of the historic cafes representing the rich coffee and cake culture in Hungary. On the right, see the recommendations. All right. What's good to eat? So again, you can see the different menu that they have. All right, which cafe is the oldest? Okay, yay, that is correct. Very good. All right. Outdoor and nature. Budapest is an eminently walkable city, but it also is an excellent system of public transport, which is also affordable. Today, there are 4 lines of metro, as well as network trams, trolley buses, and regular buses. However, more and more people choose to hop on a bike to explore the city in an active way, not just because it's a great way to exercise, but also because MOL Bubi, the community bike sharing system, is an affordable and convenient means of transport. Guys, we're almost done. I know it's long. I'm sorry. Walking down the Duna Corso, the riverside section of the Pest side is in the central area of the city, has so much to offer. Part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, this area has some of the most notable landmarks of the city. A great view of the Castle District. The Chain Bridge passes by the magnificent Vigato Concert Hall building and offers you a chance to take a selfie with some of Budapest's favorite statues. City Park is a favorite destination of Budapest for those wanting a relaxed stroll. Birds chirping, people having a picnic, playing ball, with the entire area in green and covered in flowers, which in the warm season is enough to forget that you're right in the middle of a major city. Today, thanks to the Liget Budapest project, City Park has been comprehensively renewed in line with 21st century standards. Budapest offers plentiful hiking trips to the hills and forests surrounding the city where you can join the dedicated fan base. Some do it competitively, others just enjoy a walk surrounded by nature. Visitors of Budapest hoping for a break from the hustle and bustle of the big city can get a taste of the great outdoors on a sunrise stand-up paddleboarding adventure on the Danube River. Start your day in Budapest with a fun-filled, active excursion. Soak up the sunrise views over the city on a small group sup tour. All right, nightlife and pleasure, amazing night views. Budapest may have dazzled you during the day, but we think you will also be surprised to experience how nocturnal the city is. Hungarian capital truly comes alive when the sun goes down. Take in the scenery of Budapest's impressive skyline in the night, from a bus tour downtown, or even better, from a boat ride along the Danube that will let you muse in the country's most important historic events by viewing the castle or the citadel. Or just pop back into the vivid present day life and grab a drink at one of the many outdoor bistros, or enjoy a meal made by an internationally recognized chef at one of the many restaurants. Night out, ruin bars are now commonly associated with Budapest and are a key attraction for visitors. The brilliant idea of making something out of old, unused buildings that are in bad condition and appreciating them for what they are started a movement that has grown immeasurably. Ruin bars are no longer only for partying or a beer, but also reaching out to those looking for a more refined experience. The rooftop bars are also a new take on enjoying the sunset and the night breeze in Budapest. 360 bar, Sky Garden rooftop terrace, or High Note Sky Bar. These are just a few of the new wave rooftop bars located in downtown Budapest. However, not only rooftop bars, but simply patio bars like Franzostras, Esterat, or that type of bar are also among the most popular bars in Budapest during the summer season. Although most of the bars in Budapest also have a terrace that opens to the public as the warmer season arrives. Music. Budapest is a major factor in the European music scene. Performers drawing influences from all around the world, inspiring others to tune in. The pulsating, extensive scene is almost too big to cover, but you can be sure to find outstanding talent in all fields. When talking about music, we have to mention Liget Project, most unique innovation, the House of Music Hungary. Opened in January 2022, it is a complex institution of musical initiation and the venue for the country's first comprehensive exhibition presenting the history of music. Budapest Music Center is the home of 700 events a year, which includes classical, contemporary, and jazz music concerts, music education lectures, audience meetings, music courses, trainings. If you're into something more refined, visit one of the bars and clubs where you can listen to the live jazz. Budapest Jazz Club, Doblo, Jetterman are excellent destinations if you want to enjoy the talents of the Hungarian maestros. When did the House of Music Hungary open to visitors? 2022. That is correct. Very good. Thank you. Oh, look, somebody's already on the go. Elizabeth, she's always got all the answers for us. Love you guys. You guys are the best. All right. Again, guys, so sorry. This is a long one. Lots to see and do, right? All right, Grand Budapest. The Hungarian capital has more than enough to keep visitors entertained, but it is also an excellent starting point for excursions further afield. Should you be interested, not just getting into the taste of the capital, but the country as a whole. Hungary has excellent infrastructure centered on Budapest. There is so much else to see with just an hour of travel. If you venture beyond the city borders, your first stop should be Szentendre. The town has a wealth of history and delights visitors with its narrow streets, street musicians, portrait artists, as well as the wide variety of craftsmanship and traditional cuisine. Drop by the Skansen in outdoor ethnographical museum to learn about the architecture, the farming, the interior decoration, and everyday life of the 8 Hungarian regions. Visit Hungary's biggest religious building in Esztergom, the local basilica. The city has one of the largest collections of religious relics and artifacts in Central Europe, and also boasts a major lineup of arts and crafts from a diverse range of international artists. Atelier is rightfully famous for its deeply rooted traditions in winemaking and dates back all the way to the Romans. The city can be considered Budapest's vineyard. There are now hundreds of cellars producing a vast variety of top quality red, white, and sparkling wines. Godolia, classical and destination. City is filled with historical buildings that will easily fill a whole day with sightseeing. Be sure to visit its fabulous royal palace. Also, guys, if you're on my team, make sure you fill out your raffle ticket, because this training is definitely worth it. Castle of Godola, one of the most remarkable castles of Hungary, simply because of its size. This is one of the biggest Baroque castles in the world. This was the summer residence of Queen Elizabeth, Sissi during Austro-Hungarian monarchy. Stunningly romantic from the outside, the picturesque Tura Castle, with its French Renaissance chateau-like appearance, is a popular film location at the foot of Godola Hills. After complete renovation of the privately owned building and began in 2016, it opened as a luxurious hotel in the summer of 2020. In Montevas, you can marvel the magnificent castle, which, in addition to the Beethoven Museum, also awaits you with a fabulous English garden. According to written records, Beethoven visited Montevas 3 times to teach the Brunswick girls. He developed a friendship with the family through teaching, and the girls' brother, Frederick, became a serious patron of the composer. Beethoven dedicated his Appassionata to him. The castle houses the Beethoven exhibition, showcasing the renovated Streicher piano used by the composer, among other things. In fact, there is also a truly bizarre relic on display, a pendant containing Beethoven's hair. More and more bicycle roads are being renewed and established in the Grand Budapest area. Routes like Budapest, Esztergom are the perfect one-day excursions that can be completed with an average bike and an average fitness level. Duna Pali National Park, near the capital, is also a perfect travel destination for those looking for an excursion to the Grand Budapest area. Diversity of the area is unique in Hungary due to the fact that it is a meeting point of rivers, hills, and plains. Balaton. Lake Balaton stretches across 77 kilometers, 50 miles in the western part of Hungary, and visitors coming from Budapest can be at the water's edge in less than an hour and a half using M7 motorway. In 2023, Vezrem has been awarded the European Capital of Culture, which highlighted the result of the cultural activity in the region. Outdoor activities on 2 wheels and on water. Cyclists can ride the Balaton Bike 365 cycling trail built around the lake, for the most part passing along the shore and with a total length of 210 kilometers. With minimal altitude variation, Vasan, also called the province of Hungary, with its enchanting tiny villages, must be discovered on bike. Sailing has a long tradition of Balaton support by a well-equipped and modern yacht port network with rental opportunities, training courses, and organized tours. Sailing is an essential part of the Balaton experience. Every July, the lake hosts the Blue Ribbon International Sailing Competition, Europe's oldest round the lake race. Waterside fun and adventure for the whole family. The lake can be enjoyed at more than 70 lakeside beaches, pedalos, inflatable water adventure parks built on the lake. Colorful playgrounds, beach volleyball ensure that no member of the family is bored. The lake also offers water skiing, kite surfing, paddleboarding, and even dragon boating. Don't know what that is. Hiking, best known hiking trail in the country and Europe's first long distance hiking trail, Hungarian National Blue Trail, connects the natural historical treasures of the northern part of the country, including mountains, Lake Balaton, and the capital. It runs from west to east for 1,168 kilometers. Via Ferrata, easiest type of rock climbing. Hungary's Via Ferrata routes are often protected by iron steps, handrails, and ladders to make climbing easier and safer. Hungary has various Via Ferrata routes with various difficulties. Therefore, beginners or even children can easily participate in them, as well as experienced hikers. Regenerate at Europe's largest warm water medicinal lake. Hungary is one of the countries with the largest thermal water reserves, but none compare to Lake Heves at the western tip of Lake Balaton, which is biologically active thermal lake. The 11-acre lake is welcoming all year round. Water temperatures do not drop below 75 degrees. Mineral-rich thermal waters, traditional treatments using medicinal mud at the lake bed are primarily suited to treating musculoskeletal and rheumatic problems, but the mud's beautifying effects are not to be dismissed either. Have a taste of the Balaton. Badascani produces particularly flavorsome mineral-rich wines, making the Balaton region a wine gastronomy center. During your visit, make sure to try this word, which only grows in Hungary, or this word, Pinot Gris varieties typical of the region, which take on an inimitable, unique flavor here. All right, music to your ears in Zamardi Balaton Sound, one of Europe's largest open-air electronic music festivals, is amongst the most eagerly anticipated events of the summer. Two major festivals are Be My Lake, considered to be Central Europe's premier open-air underground electronic music festival, and Strand Festival, which offers more rocking alternative sounds. Servac is open all summer with loud clubs, pubs, and lakeside venues where dancing on tables is not only accepted but common. Castles in the vicinity of Balaton. This mansion is a 1-hour drive from Budapest, not far from Balaton, and is one of the earliest neoclassical castles in Hungary. Its park is the largest English garden in Hungary. Wild grape-covered interior courtyard, life-size statues of cavalry men in the north throne room, a Renaissance kitchen, a collection of weapons is waiting for you at the Azora People Palace, the Palace of People of Azora. Here is more historical sites that you must visit. Again, you can share this information with your certificate that we're going to get in just a few minutes. Okay. Lake Balaton is not the only famous Hungarian lake in Europe. Can you guess which is Europe's largest warm water municipal lake? Which one is it? There we go. That is correct. All right. Very good. 5 more slides. Let's do this. Wine tasting. So Louis what's that? The 5th? What is that? 15th? France called Azus wine of Tokaj, wine of kings, king of wines. Okay. If you enjoy good wine and cuisine, creative cuisine, you simply must visit this region called Tokaj in northeast Hungary. Apart from exploring the century-old wineries and wine cellars, you can also go hiking in the rugged wilderness of the nearby Zeppelin Mountains. Nature trails, rock climbing spots, ancient castles provide excellent opportunities for active relaxation. The Asu wine of Tokaj is considered one of the most unique wines in the world. Its birthplace is legendary wine region in northeast Hungary, boasting centuries of viniculture and tradition. In 2002, UNESCO honored the region by declaring it a World Heritage Site. Takaj has also been the world's first closed wine production district since 1737, composed of 27 settlements at historic wine regions, volcanic soil, its unique microclimate, its favorable sloping hills, the autumn mist above the Bodrig and Tizaz rivers, and the noble wrought of the walls of the wine cellars carved into the Rhyolitic tough rock all play a role in ensuring that this region produces excellent, exciting white wines. The wineries, wine houses, and restaurants of the region all invite you to participate in the premium wine tastings, wine dinners, cheerful picnics that are special in the region. Experts of the new wave cuisine also have been coming to Takaj Hajaz in ever greater numbers to places like Mad, Tarkal, Tala, and Nets. Creative meals are all made using fresh homegrown ingredients, castles and palaces in the vicinity of Takaj wine region. If you want to bring out your inner nobleman, be sure to visit the castles of Baldagos and Fuzat. The picturesque castle with its outlying steep rocky ridge offers breathtaking views of the wild and romantic countryside. Not to mention, it's a great spot for capturing unique selfies. Additionally, explore the citadel located on one of the most beautiful places in Hungary. Speaking of surroundings, Fuzar is equally spectacular as the renowned Gothic revival Neuschwan Castle, but it was built on a volcanic cone 650 years prior to its Bavarian counterpart. At the northeastern border of Hungary, not far from the famous Takaj wine region, lies Karali Palace, the pride of Városházi Vani. The palace's special octagonal tower is truly outstanding from Hungary's other castles. The palace, surrounded by the woods of Fázárani, retains the atmosphere of its era. With its room evoking the splendor of the past, visitors are greeted by unadulterated Italian Renaissance interior details. The extensive palace park has a special atmosphere, and renewed historic garden will amaze visitors with its promenades, streams, and their bridges, fish ponds, pine trees, wide-spreading linden trees, multi-trunk tulip trees, and pyramidal English oaks. Again, here's recommendations for you, for your clients, okay? Lots of exciting stuff. Again, you can save it in a binder or something. All right. Which is the most famous wine region of Hungary? Very good. Sherry's on a ball. Let's go. All right. And this region, southwestern part of the country, has everything you need for a great trip. The castle of Siklos, the wines of Villany, the spa in Arkany, and the Pecks await you with the Murad things to see and experience. It can take an entire day to fully explore the Zolsnay cultural quarter. In 2010, Pecks was awarded the title European Capital of Culture, and to the end of the former porcelain factory of the famous Zolsny family and the surrounding grounds were rebuilt and now include an exciting experience center. Site was declared a Hungaricum in 2014. Its picturesque parks and promenades is adorned by a total of 15 listed buildings, 88 public Zolsner statues. You can get to the region with ship as well through the charming town of Mohacs, where you can also witness the Basaris, an annual carnival celebration of the Sakas living in and around Mohacs. The Busa March has been on UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity since 2009 and has been Hungarian since 2012. Hottest and sunniest wine region, Villany. Southernmost wine region of the country. Everything is about wine on every inch of the 2,100 hectares of land. No wonder the fiery red wines of Villany and white nectars of Siklos are among the most famous Hungarian wines. The West, just flying around here. The West Mist Hills await with caves and hikes. Located north of Pecks, must have been created for the very purpose of hiking. Highest point of the hills is the Zengo Peak, 682 meters. Several others exceed 500 meters. This land of ancient primeval beach and oak forest can be divided into two parts, both from the geological and tourism point of view. The West Mesa Hills of Thousand Faces and the East Mesa Hills famous for rural tourism. What year was PEX awarded the title of the European Culture Capital?
2010.
Anybody know?
2010.
That is correct. Very good. Woo, woo, woo. We finished. Woo, only took 3 hours. That was a long one, guys. Look at that beautiful certificate. Make sure you
That
guys
beautiful.
post
Oh
that.
my
Yeah, look at that.
Yes.
So I want to see everybody's certificate on our chats, on our Facebook pages, on our LinkedIn. You know, let
Yes.
people know that you guys are now Europe's specialists, okay? Share some of the exciting information, some of those itineraries, okay? Again, guys, sorry. A lot of times when they're this long, we split it up. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm gonna go get a glass of wine, I think now. And sit in the jacuzzi. No, I got a lot of work to do. I got to get our schedule for next month. So again, appreciate you guys. We're going to be learning about Rail Europe on Thursday. So hopefully you guys can join me for that. Okay. Again, I appreciate all you guys. Thank you. Remember, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We are all here together and we volunteer to just help each other. So again, mwah, love you guys. Have a safe weekend. Again, appreciate you hanging out with me. I want to see your certificates and enjoy the rest of the holiday weekend. Okay, be safe and happy holidays. All right, I will record. I have this recorded. I will post it on our my YouTube channel here. Okay, and again, stay plugged in, and we will see you next Thursday, hopefully. Okay, if not sooner. All right, bye guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Marnie.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Have a good
Of course, you too.
day.
You too. Thank you.